You are now tuned in to a live show on KP Radio, broadcasting from
Seattle
to you worldwide. This show is brought to you by Mogul. Get paid to eat and drink at your favorite restaurants in Southern California by signing up for free. Get $10 just for signing up, 10% cash back with each purchase, and in the process, Mogul will donate meals to Feeding America. Go to mogul.com/KP Radio and sign up, where you can eat out and cash in. KP Radio is live in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Cult Moo Radio Show! Coming at you live on the KP Radios. I'm your host, Senor Wero. I'm joined by Pink and Mr. Luffy.
Good evening, everyone. I hope, in honor of Valentine's Day, everyone was able to slay a bearded clam with their pork sword.
Oh, Luffy's such a romantic.
Yes.
I was not expecting that. On tonight's show, we ramble for undisclosed amounts of time about whatever until either I pass out or we get bored. And like every show, we got to start this off with our starter shot. What are we drinking tonight there, big guy?
All right, so if you were here with us in the chat room earlier, you know this already. We are drinking tequila, to be specific, Casa Noble Añejo. Of course, this is 100% blue agave.
Downright
And
delectable.
Hecho en Mexico.
See.
So everybody get your drinks ready.
Alrighty.
It's about to go down.
Everybody. Woo! Hear it. Hear it.
Ooh.
Smooth.
Don't even need salt and lemon.
So I actually really enjoy that tequila, especially for an añejo. Usually I'm more of a silver fan, like the Corzo Silver.
Yeah.
But that one's all right. It's all right.
Absolutely. Normally, tequila to me tastes like the runoff of burnt tires, but this stuff is absolutely delicious.
I disagree. I disagree.
We should have had that drop.
We should have. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Future episodes. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm drinking vodka from here on out. Fuck y'alls. I do what I want.
Bro can't account for good taste.
You guys are jerks. So,
Hey, it's Sean. What's up, Sean?
what's
Ooh,
up?
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, so I bet y'all been wondering where the hell we've been for the last, what was it, 3 months, 4 months?
The last one was our Halloween show, and that was October.
Okay, I don't feel like doing the math.
What's October plus March?
It's February.
Oh, my God, it's February?
Oh, my God. So, yeah, basically holidays and birthdays and things kept falling within the time zones of when we would normally do the shows. And so, yeah, we kind of just weren't able to do them for the most part.
TLDR, we're lazy.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the biggest thing.
Marchtober, I like that one.
Seriously. When is Marchtoberfest?
I don't know, but I want to go. Oh, dude, Marchtoberfest would be amazing. Like, it's kind of like St. Patrick's Day and Oktoberfest mixed.
Oh, my God.
We need to make it happen.
Seriously.
Holy crap.
We're doing this.
Yep.
Marchtober.
Green beer and bratwurst.
Cult Moo
Let's do
starts
it.
Marchtober.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That would be fucking fantastic. Yes, alcoholic shamrock shakes.
That sounds so amazing. Whatever that was, I want some.
That was actually me taking a piss.
Oh. Okay.
Why you got to ruin the magic?
Maybe I don't want so much.
Just kidding. Oh, yeah. So, we filmed some stuff in the time that we haven't been on the radio.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's weird. We do these things from time to time.
Huh.
Yeah. Couple of them in particular. We did the deep fried sushi,
Oh yeah, deep fried sushi was magnificent. I already said that in the video, but I'm saying it more. It was like the California roll, like what was it? The spicy tuna roll was
Yes.
so fucking good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, cause you get like that cream cheesy tuna mix that's all in the middle of it, and then you get it all hot in the breading, and then the cream cheese I think that's kind of why crab rangoon are so amazing. So you just get that. It was fucking awesome. You should have been here, dude. If only you guys could see the look on Lofi's face right now. It's just like
resentment.
I want to cut the living fuck out of both of you right now.
Absolute malevolence.
If his face could make a noise.
Yeah. Yes. That's it right there. That is the onomatopoeia of my face.
Oh man.
But yeah, there was a lot of good sushi. Like, the only thing I would not recommend is deep frying the expensive good stuff. Because that's always better by itself, straight up, the way it's meant to be eaten.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, you saw my sad face in the video. For those of you that haven't watched it, I had a very sad face. It was just such a waste of the fatty tuna.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff.
Yeah.
Never cook Otoro.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was a bad idea, and I actually off camera, 50 lashes, yes. Off camera, I even told Hair Pink, I'm just like, dude, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, this is just wrong.
It was for the good of the show.
Did you guys try deep frying like one of those octopus nigiri?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Oh really? Oh, I bet that was fucking amazing.
It was pretty good. The octopus got a little bit tougher, but it was still.
Yeah, it's already fully cooked.
It was still aces.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then the great thing is we ordered enough to where, like, what we didn't film, we had a feast of awesomeness afterwards.
Oh yeah. I got a bunch of extra. Like, we found out we could just call up the Robo Sushi place next to our apartment there, and just they get it ready for you.
Yeah.
Show up like 20 minutes later. Here's all your sushi.
Yep.
Oh,
I got
so nice.
$15 worth of takoyaki from them before.
Yeah.
And I ate it all in one sitting.
Yeah.
And it was
yes.
amazing.
I
But towards
love
the end,
takoyaki.
you start not liking takoyaki so much. Big surprise.
I don't believe you.
Yeah,
believe
I
you.
don't think that's a thing that happens.
Well, $15 worth is quite a lot. I shouldn't have gone so.
I guess you're right. It's like a $2 plate, isn't it?
Is it a $2? Okay, I was just
It's
going to ask you what
$2.75.
color
Oh.
the plate
Red
was.
plate.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was it that we had? It wasn't the fatty, but it was the black plate that's the most expensive one, right?
Well, the fatty
The
is
yellow
the chef
plate.
special.
The yellow plate is the most
Okay.
expensive.
Okay. Yeah, but there was one that we had. I'm not even sure why I started this story because I can't even remember what the hell was on it. But it was on the black plate, and I just remember it was absolutely fucking delicious.
Yeah, that's where all their specialty rolls are.
Oh, okay.
And their the
Yeah.
fatty tunas, the tuna collars, and
Maybe that's what it
Good
was the
stuff.
tuna collar.
maybe
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
they also do their fancy like dragon rolls and shit that way.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Let's go get sushi, guys.
Yeah.
Right now. Fuck
Okay,
this radio
fuck it.
show.
Shut it down.
We're
Shut
going.
it down. We're getting sushi right now.
Oh man.
Fucking thing sucks.
Right.
I'm gonna go all the way around that fucking place on that conveyor belt. It's
I'm
gonna
just
be
gonna
sweet.
ride that conveyor belt.
Yep.
I often wondered like what would happen if you just like get up and be like, well, I saw this thing, but I missed it. Here, and just
Yes, Sushi Me is actually the place that's right down the street. It's delicious.
yes, that is freaking awesome. That's right, because yeah, Girly there's from around yonder here. I remember that now. Yeah.
You've never had sushi.
What?
Get out of here.
What? Ah, you're a terrible person. You need to leave now.
Yes.
I think everybody's got to experience sushi at least once. I don't care if you don't like it, but you got to try it.
Yeah, you shouldn't be afraid of sushi just because it's like a lot of people are afraid to try it. Oh, it's raw fish.
You'll grow to like it very quickly.
Just try it. Just try it.
My argument with that is we're still around, right? Like people. We didn't necessarily have fire to begin with, so people were eating raw things. Granted, the life expectancy wasn't quite as long, but
No.
I mean, we're still here, so obviously you can do
1/5.
things.
1/5 if you're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
If a fucking saber-toothed tiger didn't make lunch out of you first.
Oh, yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
I just made the sushi even better. Running away from that tiger.
Right. Speaking of tigers, what's up, kitty? She's ignoring us.
Oh, she's so sweet.
She's been really mad at me lately because she's been chewing on her butt and making scabs. So then I put some stuff on her that's like got alcohol and bitter herb things, and now she makes the worst face ever.
I just have to say, after reading Jeff's message, Matt Zion is the whitest person alive.
Wait, what?
That is all.
He's the whitest person?
What?
Like Bryant Gumbel white?
No, okay. So since is he here?
He eats sushi with a fork.
He eats sushi with a fork.
No.
And I
You're
remember
kidding.
a while back there was an argument. I think it was on Twitter. It might have been on Facebook. But I remember Jeff Fu saying something about Zion eating ketchup on fucking tacos.
Oh, okay, let that sink
We
in, folks.
need
Oh my
to stop
God.
this.
Ketchup on tacos?
Yes.
What the fuck is... This world is just too crazy for me to live in. I'm going to go into my car and pipe some carbon monoxide.
I don't know if
into
he
the
does
cab.
this necessarily, but he
It's
says
too
it's
wild.
perfectly acceptable to
No,
do
it
so.
is not. Fuck that.
Well, he's angry.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. Oh, wow. It's so wrong. It's so many levels of wrong. I mean, there's like, corralling Jews into a gas chamber somewhere, and then there's fucking putting ketchup on your tacos.
I never even
Give me a
thought of
break.
putting ketchup on my tacos.
Yeah. Oh, it's so wrong. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna go into the corner and cry now, folks.
Oh man, no, like it was bad. I remember seeing that. I thought about getting into the middle of it, but I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna stay out of this.
Yeah.
Too passionate about this, but you know what? We got to do something. We got to intervene.
Yeah, I think they should actually do a show like Reckless Eating. They should do a show where they show off how white Matt Zion is.
Wow.
There you go,
Oh,
Jeff.
Wow.
There you go.
Is that really considered white, though? I mean, there's putting ketchup on your sketty, but that's not no fucking taco.
there are levels,
Yeah.
He's only a few maybe levels down.
Yeah, he's not quite to Honey Boo Boo levels yet, but
Yeah.
he's on his way. It's
It's a slippery
Yeah.
slope covered in ketchup.
yeah. It's oh man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yes, that too.
Yes,
Panda Express,
yes.
good Chinese food. Come on, man. It's cheap Chinese food.
It's not even Chinese food.
It's great when you're drunk.
Yeah.
I guess. Actually, I've never had Panda Express. I refuse to go there.
All I can say is don't get their ramen bowl, because I had a ramen bowl where they put broccoli in it. And if you guys know anything about fucking broccoli in a soup, it will overtake the power of anything, and it will fucking make you vomit.
I was gonna say, it gets bitter, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because broccoli, when you cook it, it has such an overpowering taste, and all those subtle flavors are gone. They will fucking make you retch with the vapor that's coming out of that shit. Fuck Panda Express. I mean, you think I go to Orange Chicken. Don't get me wrong.
That's the only thing I've ever heard that has been good
Yeah.
from Panda Express is, oh, you got to try their orange chicken.
There's no bad
No
pizza,
other menu item,
and
just
there's
their
no bad
orange chicken.
Yeah. I mean, it's not possible.
The best orange chicken I've ever had is at a Thai place, a Thai restaurant.
yeah.
Really?
It is so good. They use actual orange zest and all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Oh my god, I want to eat something.
Yeah, we're not saying that
Yeah,
Panda
can you tell
Express is
that-
any good orange chicken, but no orange
That's
chicken
the best
is bad.
item on their menu.
Exactly.
Yes. I got you. Man. God damn it, I'm really hungry now. I'm just really, really hungry.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, man. So how about space?
Good segue.
I know,
There.
right?
Yep.
Right?
That was expert.
Apparently, a meteor of extraordinary magnitude just recently missed us. It had some
Asteroid.
number to it. It wasn't quite RU-486 because that's a birth control pill. I don't know the number to it.
Wasn't
but-
that a droid in Star Wars?
Yeah, seriously. But it recently missed our path, but there was a meteor that exploded over Russia, and it was pretty dynamic to watch. There was some actual video online.
Definitely
Very cool thing.
I bet a bunch of people have already seen it, but if you haven't, you got to check that out.
Yeah, broke up in the atmosphere, didn't quite impact, which is a great thing for everybody in Russia, but it turns out there was a lot of people who still got hit by the shockwave. It was still quite a disastrous event. So
yeah, it could have been a lot worse if that was like a Tunguska-sized meteor falling there.
Yeah.
That would have been a lot of shit fucked up.
Oh
yeah. So when it comes to the meteors, people are asking why didn't they warn them to go to bomb shelters? You know, I've heard something disturbing recently, that if there was a meteor that hit the Earth, then they wouldn't tell anybody. Because a lot of people go into that scenario where it's
the mass hysteria that would happen from it.
If it's your last day on Earth, you know, I'm going to go out there and fuck everybody, and I'm going to rob grocery stores and, fucking do all kinds of
gonna
crazy
do
stuff.
so much blow.
Yeah, so when it comes down to it, the meteorologists say, you know what, we're just not going to tell anybody, and we're going to avoid all those scenarios, and we're all just going to fucking go up in a cloud of smoke. Congratulations.
Well, not only that,
there's science.
Not only that, but things of that size, like I forget the exact size that it needs to be, but under a certain size, they can't detect them until they're there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we were able to detect that asteroid, but that's a big fucking chunk of rock floating around in space. Where the meteorites and stuff, a lot of these things, like this thing, I think they said it was 15 kilometers. Or 15 meters, I mean.
The one over Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard some number like 10 tons.
Yeah, it was I think I saw it was like 7 tons or something like that, or 7,000 tons. I don't know. It was still large.
Yeah.
But we can't detect those things until they're so close that it's basically like, well, it's going to do what it's going to do.
Seeing it blow up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, what's that up there? Oh, I just got knocked on my ass. Congratulations.
Well, there was it was like billions of tons of space debris come into our atmosphere and hit the Earth every year, but most of it's not.
Yeah, it's like grains of sand size.
It's grains of sand size, or when it does, it's out in the middle of the freaking ocean, so nobody sees it.
Yeah. Thank goodness for Jupiter, folks. It's saving your ass every day.
Yes. Have you thanked your gaseous planet savior lately? I don't think you have.
Actually,
you're all still being
did
like
this morning.
You ungrateful ingrates.
You're all talking about Pluto. What has Pluto done for us?
Yeah.
Not a goddamn thing.
I'm still totally against them taking that off. I spent so many years learning my mother or my very something mother serves us 9 pizzas.
How many
I think
years?
we're confusing mathematics
Lots.
with our planet arrangement.
No,
It's
see,
please.
No, it's like my very educated mother said something.
see, give me shit. The one I learned it
I
ended
actually
up
know
with
the planets' names. I don't need to know that
right,
stupid shit.
but I learned it with 9 pizzas. I always thought that was great because pizza's awesome. Now there's no. It's just 9. There's no. But you never get to learn what it is.
Yeah, I think there was pickles in there somewhere. For
Yeah,
the acronym
everybody's got their own, but
Yeah.
fucking sucks, man. I don't care if Pluto is tiny. Just keep it. It's like once you make it a planet, you can't take it away.
Yep.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
They can and they did.
Fucking assholes.
Seriously.
Now
Definitions.
You're
Suck
living
my
in the
dick.
past. Move on.
Yep.
Astronomers could blow me. God damn it.
So, thinking about that, though, there's a lot of asteroids nowadays that are all found by amateur astronomers, right?
Well, I think the one that passed by just recently was that way.
So what's their contingency plan for that? If they're like, oh, I spotted this asteroid that's heading to us, and it's just some, amateur guy, of course he's going to tell everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
they can't hide that.
like I said, I'm not sure if it was necessarily this one, but there was one that was found relatively recently that it was an amateur astronomer. He's looking up, says, okay, hey, there's this thing. It's large. I believe it's this. Well, then he contacts certain other agencies, and then they confirm or deny, or, so it's like, if it was something really terrible, those agencies could be like, oh no, it's nothing to worry about. No.
They'll just give him the blue pill.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we saw that like a week ago. It's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it, and then we're still fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it too, it's not like there's really much we can do about it right now anyway.
Yes.
I mean, there's always those theories of shooting it with a nuclear missile or throwing a large chunk of something up into space and trying to, like a satellite, and trying to drag it away and stuff.
Dude,
but
all we need is Bruce Willis.
see, that's what I'm thinking.
Bruce Willis and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
That's a powerhouse combo right there.
Just launch them both at the
Uh-huh.
at the asteroid.
Yeah, seriously. Shoot them at 1,000,000 miles an hour into the thing and watch their bloody remnants divert it somehow.
Well, that was one of the things that they thought of it. Like if you bombarded it with just enough crap that you could kind of change the trajectory of it, or make spin it off. But at the same time, it's like, well, oops, we bumped it the wrong direction, and now it's hurtling quicker towards Earth.
I think the
Hey, Bruce Willis is here. Finally, Jesus Christ.
oh yay. Yeah, I think the majority scholarship says that if you hit it with any sort of nuclear devices or anything, you'd have to worry about the fragments.
Well, yeah, I think they've pretty much figured out you can't blow it up.
Just blowing it up
Yep.
is not an answer.
Yeah,
Nope.
because instead of having one big thing that's going to hit the Earth, now you have like a gajillion little things that are going to hit the Earth.
Yeah.
So whatever chances of survival you might have had, you just fucked completely.
Yeah, seriously.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. It also depends on the type of asteroid. Like, there's a lot of ones that, like, they found that, like, just shooting it with something won't even do anything because it's not a compact rock, right? It's made out of ice and dust.
Yeah.
So trying to blow it up just won't do it.
Aren't you glad, people, your tenuous grasp on life?
If there is an asteroid headed to us, we are fucked.
Yeah.
Sweet. Doing a line of blow. Let's do this.
So
Yeah.
you might as well get over it and let's fucking drink.
Seriously.
Everybody!
Oh boy, here it comes. Some smoky goodness for
Get your
me.
drinks out, everybody.
Get that shit the fuck away from me. That my jam.
Yeah.
That's right. You see that Bruce Willis in that movie?
Bruce Willis.
That's my Willie.
Nice. Here we go. Some
Cheers.
tequila for the men.
You know what? Fuck you, Lofi. Get out of my goddamn house.
Ah, that's the stuff.
Woo!
I'm the best.
Only tequila I've ever had that doesn't need a chaser at all. It is so good.
They don't.
Yeah, I was being all fucking booze judgmental on Facebook last night. It's pretty great. This guy was like, "Oh yeah," and it's like, "Why would you drink that? That's the most disgusting stuff ever." I was just being a dick.
What was it?
He was drinking a Grey Goose vodka, and I'm like, "Oh, why would you do that? No, you got to drink this type of vodka."
Grey Goose is totally overpriced, though. Come on.
It is,
Yeah.
but it's all the way from France. I mean, come on. You gotta
France?
ship that shit over.
France.
The only
I
thing
think.
French was good for is fries.
No, it is from France, but I'm just like vodka is from the Russians, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
the
Hey.
Russians, and then, like, you think
This is from
France
Holland.
could perfect something?
This
that
is some of the best
Russians
vodka
did?
I've had, and it's from Holland.
Yeah.
Dude, they're like in the same area that all those Norse people are from.
Well,
so,
you
like,
see, France is pretentious.
Yeah.
So, therefore, it's got to be better somehow, right?
all they did is raise the price and sell the same thing.
Yeah, seriously.
It's actually just like Smirnoff or Potters.
Daniel
And
French.
just throw in the Grey Goose bottle. It's like, hey, look what we did.
I think Dennis Leary said it best when he says, "We took the croissant and made a croissantwich." So maybe we could do it better.
See, that is progress right there.
Yes. Smirnoff is from Sweden. Well, it's terrible.
Sky Vodka is from Sweden.
Yeah.
I thought I remember Smirnoff being from America.
I'm pretty sure Smirnoff says it's Russian triple distilled vodka, but I could be wrong.
Is it Russian?
I might be thinking of Stolichny.
To the cloud.
Stoli
Somebody
is
go check
amazing.
out Wikipedia. Come back to us.
Stoli is awesome. And while you're there, check out Blue Waffles. Blue Waffles, everybody. Don't fucking post anything about it. From this
I was gonna
time.
say, like, I don't really remember what Blue Waffles is, but there's this.
Don't do it.
There's something in my head that's telling me I should fear it.
Don't do it. You do not want to know.
Like, I'm having this like second.
Yeah.
My body's telling me to freak the fuck out right now. Like, I'm scarred because I think I've seen this before. I think you showed it to me, unfortunately, or I
No,
looked it up because
I
you told
didn't.
me not to.
Really? Yeah, don't. This is
Oh
one of
no,
those
I
things.
think you described
no.
it to me while while you were at work.
This is when I plant a seed of evil in you, everybody. Yes, blue waffles are tasty, of course.
Get ready for Lofi's seed.
Here it comes. All over your face and chest and neck.
In and around your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Smirnoff is from Russia.
that's what I thought.
I'm going to trust the Asian on this one.
Yep. You cannot go wrong trusting the Asians.
No, do
with
not look up
computers.
Tub Girl.
Yay. Oh, no, she did it.
Why
Don't
did
do
you
it. I told you not to do it.
You can't be like,
That's on
do
you.
that. You can't do that.
Don't think about
You
elephants.
can't do- yeah, exactly.
Oh, goodness.
Why do things like this happen? Why can't we have nice things?
Trust me, I'm going to drop another one here pretty soon.
Oh, no.
So you guys
asshole.
get ready.
No.
Better not be the Ninja Turtle one.
No. We're not even going there this time. 'Cause that shit was awful, man. I can't even believe I brought that up.
I don't even remember what it was. I just know that it was just scarring.
It was revolting. It was really the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
That was the Halloween show, wasn't it?
It could have been.
I don't really remember much from the Halloween show.
Yep. What was it that night? What were you drinking that night?
I
We
don't know.
drank.
I'm just finding out that maybe family is listening to this.
No.
Hi, Dad.
Oh my god.
I thought I heard a phone
Oh
vibrate.
wait, what did Warpig call?
I have no freaking idea.
It's in the video.
Just because I watched it doesn't mean I remember.
She gave him the clap. Remember?
Oh yeah, that dirty bitch.
Yeah, I don't remember what her nickname is, but she's listening too. So hey, how you doing?
Hi, lady. She's one of the people that said that Wero sucks in some of the other videos.
Boy, that doesn't sound too nice.
I still love her, even though she is mean. Yes, exactly. Just because I was in the video doesn't mean I remember it.
Seriously.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the one in the video. She was in the peanut gallery.
Yeah, it was when we did the Maruga and when we did the stinky tofu and the durian stuff. She was there in the
Yikes.
background yelling at me.
Yeah.
I hope you did the Maruga afterwards, because it would be painful to vomit that.
It's actually
shit out.
different, separate occasions, but
Oh, okay.
same people were there.
Yikes.
It was actually their backyard that we were filming the Maruga in.
Oh my God! Fremont is making durian beer.
What?
What? I mean, it
You
would
will
probably...
see this item on Cult Moo. We must.
You know,
Well-
I think I saw a tweet the other day from either like Wobble or Beer Advocate saying something about that. I didn't realize it was Fremont that was doing it though. That's freaking terrible. No.
I am down. We
Why?
must go to the top of the durian hill and look around
Yes.
at all the peons.
I've been to the top of the mountain. God damn it.
Oh yeah, speaking of things Jeff has sent us, we tried the final part of the
Yeah.
Jeff Fu Reckless Eating fan package.
It was awful.
Just recently, that video will either be up.
Well, it's not quite the final part. We still have the peppers that we're going
Well,
to do.
that'll
but
be a pepper show, but like the final part of the fan
Yeah,
package.
yeah.
I
edition of the shit he
remember
sent us.
that.
do you? Because
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm excited for those. I really want to see what those are all about.
Oh, you sent so many gross things.
Yeah, so did we until we did it. Like we realized that some of the stuff we've had that fucking package for almost over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty close to it. We finally finished it off. Oh my God, so many bad things.
Yep.
The spicy fermented tofu in the can.
That was
Jumps
the
to
real
mind.
one. Yeah, that was fucking... Oh,
That
man.
it was the worst. It smelled like poop.
I
it was
I didn't
awful.
realize that things could smell like that were edible.
I'm not sure it was edible.
It
I mean-
probably wasn't.
We ate it, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure you were supposed to.
It
Yes.
Oh god, it was so bad.
I ate it momentarily.
What else
but
was
it was
there?
not part of me
Yeah.
for very
Um,
long.
There was macaque.
I was
Jeff
gonna say
Foo's macaque.
yes.
all three of us had Jeff Foo's macaque in our mouths.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good.
That wasn't. Yeah. There was a few other ones. There was a durian something. Oh, the durian candies, the sucker candies.
Yeah, those
yeah,
are pretty
yeah.
fucking
Durian
awful.
coconut. Not bad. Not bad. I thought on those ones.
I didn't mind them considering they were durian. Like there was enough of like the weird honey flavor to them that. Salute. There was just enough of the coconut or what have you that kind of changed it to where it wasn't so tasty.
Had a lot of sugar in it too.
Yeah, it was like toffee and caramel or something on the outside, and then on the inside it was all wrong.
Yeah. Grip Fang, we have not done it as far as like a show, but I have had gooey duck before. It was pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gooey duck. Giant clam dicks.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you eat it like reckless, or did you cook it up first?
No, I'm pretty sure it was done right.
Yeah, seriously. Because it would probably be awesome, but yeah, I saw Reckless
Yeah.
chewing on it.
I was
like
gonna
it's
say
big
I've
black
had the
things.
gooey duck nigiri before.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was pretty good.
Kasu Marzu.
No, well you can't get it here.
What is?
That's the fucking maggot cheese.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. I
would
saw
love
that.
to try that.
I think I saw Anthony Bourdain try that once.
He probably has
Yeah.
the one that sticks to mind is Zimmern.
Yeah.
He was I can't remember exactly where he was at, but I just remember the chick that was hosting him, like taking him around. She was freaking hot. But yeah, they had the Kasu Marzu and they wouldn't eat it themselves. They're like, "Fuck you," and he's like, "Oh, it's good, it's good." And it's like, there's little fucking like rice-looking maggots just floating around in it.
Yeah.
I'd try it, but I don't think I would like it.
It would probably
Wouldn't that be like the
good.
best cheese ever? You know.
It probably would be the best cheese ever.
I want to try. I was
Mm,
watching.
the texture.
It was yeah, I would be right. I don't know. Like I like the like the brie and stuff, the high butterfat cheeses. It looked like it was pretty oozy from them like digesting it, and crawling
Yeah,
around in it. So
yeah.
might not be too bad texture wise. But I was watching. It was on History Channel, and it was like Modern Marvels, I think. But it was a whole show about fucking cheese, and there was this one cheese that they showed, and like the rind of the cheese, it looked like the rind of a cantaloupe.
Mm.
The whole reason it looked like that was because it was where these like mites burrowed into the rind of the cheese and basically ate the cheese and shit in the cheese, and that's what gave it the color and the holes in the rind.
Ooh.
Apparently, it's one of those cheeses that it's like, you know, if you can get a pound of it, you're spending like $1,000 to get or some shit. It sounded like gross as all hell, but then I'm like going, well, I've eaten freaking ants and other things, so it's like, why not?
I would try every cheese that there ever is.
God,
no
I love
matter
cheese.
how it's been made.
So cheese is
Because
delicious.
it's cheese.
But what is with all these fucking animal digestive tract assisted foods? You know, it's like I've heard of a particular kind of coffee that was digested through like a monkey's intestines or something.
There's civet coffee.
yeah,
And the civet is a type of cat, and they do
that's
that.
right. That's right. It's a cat intestine. It's like fucking A, man. You people got too much time on your hands if you're
Yeah.
sifting through shit to get your gourmet foods. Give me a break.
I was gonna add, and Jeff Fu also added, but they've just recently been feeding coffee to elephants and getting elephant butt coffee. So it's like apparently, you know, like you have these animals that like they can't necessarily digest the food, and it just does wonders for the flavor. It's like
Oh God.
I was wondering. With that being said, really gross thought that just popped in my head. What do you think the corn would taste like?
Oh. Oh my God.
Should we start marketing that?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Holy shit, that's a great idea.
You know, like you eat a handful of freaking Planters peanuts and then dig them back out and be like, this is the best tasting peanut butter I've ever had.
Oh God.
I think I just ruined Lofi's life.
Yeah, I'm supposed to throw it up. I'm gonna throw up all over this microphone. It's gonna be gross.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
here,
homie.
Jeff Fu coffee. We can make this happen.
You know what? That sounds like a
Seriously.
plan, Jeff Fu.
That's a brand name right there.
You should really do that for reckless eating first.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
It'd be a great don't do that, Chris.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. He would do that too.
On this episode of Don't Do That, Chris, Jeff Fu's butt coffee. How's it taste? It's a bit nutty.
Shit.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm the next creator of hipster food. Goddamn right. I hope I am. Fucking A.
Seriously, Jeff Fu just said after the boob cream. Have you guys heard about human breast milk being used in any sort of
Yeah.
applications?
I think it was here in the States even, but somebody, like, they made cheese out of woman's breast milk. And supposedly it was really good.
You had some house party to give it to people.
I am
Yeah.
so creeped out by that. Like, there was an episode of Friends a while back where they were, like, trying desperately, for some fucking reason, because it's a sitcom and they had to do it, but they were trying to get Ross to drink breast milk. Okay, 10-year-old episode, everybody. I'm glad I could date myself for you. But it was, like, the creepiest thing I've ever heard in my life. But they're doing it. They're, like, fucking doing that shit in the real world. And, yeah, it fucking keeps me awake at night.
Yeah.
I know we can all agree it's gross, but
It is.
why do we agree that's gross, but sucking milk out of a cow's tit is not gross?
Yeah, there's no explanation for it. Like, I don't know. Like, if it was, like, my wife, I think I would try it. Like, just
Oh
to
my God.
see.
Did you
I don't
just
know.
see that?
Yeah. Oh God,
Yeah, I'm not
It's,
quite sure on that one. That's...
that one's weird. That's like borderline cannibalism.
Yeah, Omi
And
Asian
I think that's
girl
really the
just
problem people
said
have with drinking.
women
human
eat
breast
their
milk.
own placenta, and my mind is officially blown. I mean, the top of my head is blown clear off. That shit is the grossest thing I've ever heard about. I heard about them, like, burying it in the backyard with a rose bush or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you give it that extra nutrients, but it's like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
man?
and that's why a lot of people eat it too, because it's supposed to have some nutrients or whatever. Fuck that
Seriously.
shit. Donate your placenta to science people. There are embryonic stem cells in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
That can save lives. Do that.
Seriously. Much better use of your gross-ass fucking biohazard material. Give me a fucking break. Oh, it creeps me out so bad. Ew.
All right, now how do we segue from that one?
I don't know.
So speaking of cop killers,
Yeah! Have you guys heard of Christopher Dorner and his little cabin fire imbroglio lately? It's pretty funny. There was a conversation over the cop radios that they had about sending in burners to smoke this guy out, apparently. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. I think the consensus here is that when you kill a cop, you better fucking watch out for the rest of them. Because those motherfuckers are going to put your fucking face on a platter and serve it to just about all the rest of the cops.
Yeah.
yeah, Jeff. Apparently, burn it down doesn't mean they intentionally set the fire.
Yeah, seriously. They were over the radio and they were like, proceed with Operation Blackened Catfish. It's like they didn't want to straight out say they were going to kill the motherfucker, but oh boy.
No.
Look at the aftermath.
I heard that burners was actually a word for, like, what they use as
It
tear
is
gas.
also a word
Yeah,
for the
I
type
don't
of tear
know.
gas they use. The brand is even called burner. Whatever, like, the thing is that happened, we have to remember he is a murderer.
Yeah.
He killed people that
Yep.
were innocent
Mm-hmm.
to get back at people he thought wronged him.
Yes.
Like, there's no excuse for that.
No.
But, like, you can't really excuse the behavior of the LAPD, like shooting at random people.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously.
It's like, oh my God, black man! Bang, 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 bang!
Yeah.
It's like,
oh
no.
shit, it wasn't him. It was an elderly grandma.
Yeah.
Her
Is it like,
Yeah.
is that the
granddaughter.
car he's driving? Well, there couldn't possibly be another make and model of that same car, so let's fill it with bullets.
Yeah. So dude was crazy. Cops overreact. Like, there's all kinds of things happening there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, like there is sort of a weird gray area where they use the tear gas. Like they can use it as a way to burn down a building because they know it burns hot and it will start fires, especially in a wooden cabin.
Yeah.
They know this, but
Yeah.
I mean, they just use it as a way to get him out of there. Instead, he shot himself in the head as soon as he saw it starting to burn. So,
Yeah.
End of story. Murderer is not going to murder anybody else.
Justice was served. I mean, I know that you have to be careful about how your justice keepers, make their conduct. But at the same time, it's like, this guy was a big bag of shit, and that's provable. So just be thankful that he's gone.
Like, my biggest thing throughout the whole deal is, like, if... It goes along, like, what HP said. It's like, you don't kill innocent people because you're pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just entirely wrong. Like, if I'm not discounting anything that, like, the LAPD is probably very corrupt and his reasoning behind it was probably very justified.
Yeah.
But his actions that he took to solve his problem were entirely the incorrect way to go about it.
It was not solving his problem at all. He was just creating more and more hysteria and panic and hurt to the people who he hurt or who he killed. It's like,
I mean,
there was no justice there.
To kill the daughter and like the boyfriend of the guy that
daughter
fucked
and
you
her
over.
fiancé.
What a fucked up scenario that is.
Yeah.
Come
Like,
on, that's super villain shit. That's not what a hero does. Let's not turn this guy into some sort of justice like bringer or something like people are trying to do.
Yeah, like I read the comments and stuff on things that have to, and it just irritates me. It's like yes, he was probably fucked over. Hell, I'd be willing to guarantee he was probably fucked over, but you just don't do that.
Yeah.
There's other avenues. Yeah, you might be at your wit's end. Fuck the legal system. It's fucked you over, but you gotta just keep trying. That's why you dismiss lawyers, and that's why there is so many fucking lawyers, is because not everyone's a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually justice will be brought, but instead he goes out and he fucking starts killing people, and then it's just like, well, you know what little argument you may have had in your...
This is gone. It's gone.
Yeah, you fucked yourself.
Yep.
I don't necessarily I don't agree with the way things played out in the end.
No. Definitely not. We're not like saying, hey, the cops did everything right in their situation by burning down the cabin he was in. I mean, that's not the way you want. They're supposed to be the better people, right? They're supposed to be morally better than us. They're supposed to be the watchers,
Yeah, instead of proceed with Operation Roman Candle.
Yes. Like, we're not justifying that, but still, I mean, what can you say about it other than
the martyr aspect that they're giving to him? Like a lot of the things that I've read and seen and heard, it's just why it's not necessary. It's wrong.
It's how it's based on people's views of the police in general. Like, they believe the police are bad. They have good reason to believe that, considering the track record of the LAPD, but you have to go with the evidence in the current thing you're looking at, right? And there's just no evidence out there saying that he was a stand-up guy after killing innocent people.
Yeah. And with that buzzkill of a topic, let's play a couple of songs. I need to take a squeege here, so
Yeah, seriously.
Yep.
gonna play some music, and we will be back in 5-10 minutes, give or take.
Give or take.
Shouldn't be too long.
See you in a little bit,
Hold tight.
bitches.
Yep.
Can't be at your computer but want to listen to KP Radio? You can tune into us 24 hours a day, including our live shows right from your smartphone. From your Android Market or iPhone App Store, search Shoutcast and download the free Shoutcast or Xia Live app right now. Then search KP Radio to stay connected with us on the go.
we're back. You know what that means? It was a commercial break. What happens after every commercial break?
An angel gets its wings?
Maybe a green angel.
Oh, shit!
Hey, all right, now we are moving on from the bottled liquors and going to the booze box of mystery.
The newly redesigned, much fashionable booze box.
Yes.
Newly stocked booze box as well. So there's not just
the booze
3
box
bottles.
we want, it's the booze box we deserve.
Yeah,
Ah!
Were you looking into the booze box?
A
Don't
little
you
bit.
dare.
It wasn't mixed up enough from earlier today. We just
Okay.
restocked it today.
Yes.
Everything was all sitting
And
in
there's
bunches.
a lot of shit in there. All right, I'm going with this one.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Did you get the fucking
I
Fernand?
pull
It's a
out
Fernand
one
Blanc.
of the 2 bottles of Fernand Branca that Jeff Fu sent us. Son of a bitch.
Fate is not kind to you. Let's see how she treats me.
The booze box, the cruel mistress.
Okay, here we go. Do I want a square bottle or an oblong bottle or some other kind of bottle with a knobby end? Let's see here. Oh.
Ooh.
Absolute hibiscus.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
wondering about that
Some
one.
kind of
Try
flower.
that.
I know, I was
Isn't
looking
it?
forward to that one.
Give me lilacs, people.
Hibiscus
Give me-
is pretty good.
Yeah. I like lavender. Give me lavender.
Lavender's good.
Yay, Firefly. This one's not too offensive.
Firefly.
Guero got the weakest one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What is that?
It's a sweet tea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Alfred does like the Fernand Branca. I guess it is fitting that we pulled this out of the Dark Knight booze box.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
All right.
That
Cheers. Everybody get your shots out.
Yep. Get them ready.
Some Firefly. Yay.
All right.
Cheers.
Over the lips, through the gums, look out stomach, you're about to get raped. That's how it goes, right?
So,
All right,
That's
here we
a
go.
pretty close one. Woo! Ah. It's not bad at sipping, but it's not great for shooting.
Ah!
Woo! Ha! Yeah!
Why do the worst mini bottles always have the smallest necks on them?
Yeah, seriously, it took me forever to get this shit out of here.
Ah.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
It's
a
like
good flavor.
taking a shot of Jägermeister and then brushing your teeth. That's what
It
Fernand
really
Branca
is.
tastes like.
It really is.
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, the hibiscus shot, I mean, even though I was gulping more air than booze, it's really pleasant. I like this shit a lot. It's amazing.
Pretty floral, or I mean, is it?
It's got kind of a bubblegummy flavor.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, but it's very pleasant, especially for a vodka. I recommend it. It's awesome.
I would
Yeah.
much rather
mixing
drink
that.
original flavor Listerine than Fernet Branca.
Goes down smooth. What can you say?
All right. What's our next topic there, Guero?
I don't know. I ran out of stuff. I was hoping you guys would know.
Keep it going. Keep it going. All right. What other things have been going on recently?
So, what have been your impressions as far as reading the reviews? Like, would you buy Dead Space 3?
Ooh.
Dead Space 3.
Yeah. Like, I've been thinking about purchasing it.
Fuck,
But,
I'm
like,
so
I
torn.
just-
I'm
I don't
so
know.
torn. I never finished Dead Space 2.
Neither
because
did I.
it was good, but it was just, there was nothing that new, you know? Like, it didn't catch me the way the first one did. It was
like,
just sort of like more of the same.
yeah. See, I never played the first one, so I thought the second one was amazing. I loved some of how gory it was. I loved, like, spoiler alerts for those of you who haven't played it. The whole thing with, like, when you're in the nursery and the baby
Dude,
things,
yeah.
you know, like,
Ooh.
that stuff is pretty crazy.
Dead Space 1 is a fantastic game. If you have not played it, I highly recommend you do. It does like what Resident Evil tried to do at first,
Mm-hmm.
but it does it better. Like it's way more of a horror game than Resident Evil has ever been.
But it doesn't quite do what Resident Evil 2 did for Resident Evil 1.
Was it still a first-person shooter, though, or was it more of that, like, kind of on-rail?
Well, I was thinking of bringing the horror aspect. Like
Just
making
literally
the game
scaring the shit out of you.
An actual horror
Okay.
game where you're scared for your life.
Yeah.
And it's actually scary. There's thrills. There's chills.
Ah.
It's really good.
Sell it here, pig. Sell it.
I don't know. There's just so many great areas in that game where you're just like walk into a room and then there's some fucking thing there and you're like, ah!
Yep.
Well, that's one thing, getting off topic, but I loved Alan Wake for that reason. Like, I was constantly just on edge while playing that fucking game, running around with a goddamn flashlight. But back to Dead Space. So, like, I played the second one. I got to the last boss. Haven't beat the game. I fucked up my goddamn guns to the point where I can't beat the bitch. I'm playing it on the hardest level, I grant you, but I can't beat her.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't played it. Like I played that game for 3 weeks. Not necessarily like a lot, but I played it for 3 weeks on the boss. And just said, fuck it, I'm done. Playing this goddamn game. I'm never gonna fucking beat it. But I've heard mixed reviews on the third one. Like
it's a lot more action oriented, which is sort of the direction.
It's kind of like fucking,
and it makes sense with their gameplay style that it would do that. So it's really up to how much you enjoyed the horror aspects of like the dark and like sneaking around and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but when you're talking about a franchise, you know, it's like you're continuing the same theme. And the trailer for the third one did look really badass, but it's like, you're right. It's like the initial shock value of the first one has sort of been, used up.
Yeah.
It looks more like The Thing, the movie.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like they got a lot of that element going on, but it's like, what are they going to do from then on out?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to do that.
There's not a lot of places you can go. I mean, you have to make it bigger, better, faster, stronger, you know, like every one. Like game sequels are really hard to do, but if like a lot of times though I can play just more of the same, but for some reason, I mean Halo has always been more of the same, but like there's that multiplayer aspect of Halo that just keeps it going. Like
of course,
you just don't like care if it's whatever. I'll just play the latest.
Well, I mean, it's like, isn't that the reason Halo is what it is? Is because it's like everybody loved in Halo 2 the multiplayer, and it was like, well, you know, the campaign was kind of shit, but good God, like it's fun killing my friends.
Yeah. It's the same reason you buy, or it's a similar reason to why you buy Madden every year is you want the new roster. It doesn't matter that the game doesn't change.
Can anybody say Black Ops, Modern Warfare?
Yeah, Modern Warfare, same thing.
Yeah.
Dead Space 1 was just so, like, such a new thing. It was so revitalizing to the horror genre that, like, when the second one came and it's just kind of the same thing. It was more of a letdown. It's kind of like BioShock 2, right?
Okay, yeah.
Where BioShock 1 was just like this fucking amazing, like the story in that game was just so impactful.
See, that's another game I missed out. I never played the first one. Never played the second one for that matter. I watched.
Would you kindly?
I watched you play it.
Would you kindly?
That game was so fucking fantastic.
Yeah, like I watched you play the second one, and like you could just see it on your face, like you're just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah,
and you're actually kind of just irritated that you had to play the game.
Yeah. It was just more of the same, and you know that happens, and it sucks because if you get too far away from the original thing, then it's
a different game.
Like Dead Space 3 is apparently getting too far away from the original, but you have to do that. You have to branch out.
Yeah.
And as a game player, you just kind of have to be willing to go along for the ride, you know.
Yeah. I've been watching Silent Hill just continuously lose its merit over the years.
Yeah.
There's been like 6 games in entirety, but only the first 3 are really canon.
See, I came into that franchise late as well. Like I came into it like I think the game was on sale or whatever, and I was like, oh, a Silent Hill game. I've heard good things, so I bought Silent Hill: The Room.
Oh, that's the departure right there. That's when it all fell apart.
Yeah.
Where you could call the game something else completely, and it wouldn't have to incorporate itself with Silent Hill at all. But it'd still be a good game. But because it called itself Silent Hill, the entire franchise was besmirched.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I didn't, because like I had no prior gameplay with Silent Hill. I didn't know the horror genre and how apparently the second one was just fucking amazing.
The first
I think it was
three,
the second one.
The first three, I would totally consider canon. Like the first one, it was amazing. You know, it's like there were these times where the alternate world would phase into existence, and you'd be walking on like some chain link fence, and beneath you was just absolute nothingness. You know, and it's like there was a real sense of like fucking horror there, horror you couldn't comprehend. And the story didn't quite explain itself well enough, but that was part of it too. It's like because you didn't understand, that invoked more horror in you than if it was like clearly explained.
Yeah, you yourself are just going, why in the bloody fuck is this happening? Oh my god, there's like nothingness and like dead bodies hanging from trees. What the hell is going on?
Yeah. It's like some nightmare just came into existence and you don't know, how to deal with it. But it's like you had to progress, and because of that, it's like it took you through like an experience, and it just continuously lost its steam from there on out. And like when The Room came out,
is it the fourth or the fifth game?
It's the fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, the third one was really good, but from there they had like. I think Homecoming was the one where it was like completely action oriented, and it's like there's a theme to horror games out there where like the control isn't so great. It's like you turn left and right to actually rotate your character and then forward to move them. But if you get away from that recipe, then you're actually screwing with like the horror element.
Well, there was an article on Kotaku the other day, and it was actually written by Cliffy B. But he was talking about Dead Space 3 and how a lot of like the horror games, how the controls are terrible and blah, 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 blah. But the controls are terrible on purpose because it gives you that fumbling, bumbling, I'm freaking the living fuck out because this thing is chasing me and I can't run properly because I'm pissing myself.
What the first Dead Space did so well, though, is they gave you the shooter controls, and it still felt like a horror game.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of want to go play Dead Space 1 now.
Yeah, that's saying a lot. I own the first Dead Space, but I never played it. I'm saving it. I'm saving it for one of those nights where my fucking internet goes off. I just want to get freaked out. That would be awesome.
Yeah. It's I definitely highly recommend it.
I think it's on Steam, so I might have to get it.
Yeah.
Expectations has been raised too high, and you'll all hate it.
Yep, more than likely.
Nah. It's gold.
It's a great,
gold.
Just the story and everything. The ending is just I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to the chat room, somebody asked us before all this went on, our thoughts on Aliens, Colonial Marines.
Oh boy.
I haven't played it myself, but I've heard absolutely terrible things.
I have heard very, very bad things. And you know what? All you have to do to understand what happened during that game is look at the amount of different companies that worked on it.
Yeah.
See, I haven't followed it that closely.
That game was outsourced from one studio to another, and then they took that and outsourced that to a different studio, and it's just it's a clusterfuck.
Same thing happened to Duke Nukem, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit of the same thing that happened with Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Kind of funny since they're both Gearbox games.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
So both of them just got fucked for whatever reason.
Here's why, and I've heard a lot.
Is it Gearbox the company, or is it
Gearbox is the company that basically
are they like they're the publisher, so it's not necessarily their fault.
Here's the thing. Here, I heard a lot of people going, "Well, shit, why is Borderlands good and all these games suck? They're all Gearbox." Well, no, they're not.
Yeah.
Gearbox publishes those other games. Like Gearbox did not work on Duke Nukem Forever. They did not work on Aliens, Colonial Marines.
They are there to cash in.
Gearbox actually made Borderlands.
Yeah.
Okay,
is amazing.
I was gonna say, like, those two publications are basically like what EA does with 90% of their stuff now.
Yeah.
It's got the EA tag on it.
Gearbox
but they
is a lot
didn't
smaller, and they probably have a little bit more to do with those games than like an EA would. But still, they aren't the ones in there actually making the game.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it looked good. I wanted to buy it, and then just I've read so many scathing.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, if you want to Poco with a fucking necromorph because he's a fucking dipshit running into the wall, you know, like it's just
There's a lot of
or xenomorph, not
bad
necromorph.
bit.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Yeah. I follow Angry Joe online. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but
Nope.
he has the Angry Joe army, and he's really cool. He reviews a lot of games online, and he was really holding out hope for this one. He was screaming its praise right up until the moment it was launched, and then he came back and he was like, betrayal. Which is like, you know, that I'm sure that's how everybody felt, because there was a lot of really promising things that were released at the last E3 that were not at all incorporated into the game. Like you getting into a power loader, you know, like the epic fight in the end of Aliens where
Yep.
Sigourney Weaver loaded up into the big mech thing, you know, and had the one-on-one fight.
That's such
with
an
the
iconic
flamethrower.
scene.
Yeah, and there was just a lot of other really promising things that they just decided to leave out. Yeah, Spoony one.
Yeah.
All hail the Spoony one. But yeah, there was just there's a lot of things where they got you hyped up for a lot of stuff that they decided to just completely edit out of the game. And I've felt that before. Like, you know,
I suppose there's a lot of hot coffee in that game.
Exactly. It was just a load of bull crap. You know, it's like they just made some clips, pre-rendered clips of stuff that you would never see. And just because of that, you know, they probably got you to spend the $60 for initial launch. And then they just turned around and took a big old shit in your face. You know? So it's like, I really hate that. And I'm betting it's because there was a lot of rush for development. You know, it's like that's always how they...
I can't say anything. I have to abstain.
that's always how they ruin games, is because they're trying to rush things. You know, and that's always the poison to any video game. And I'm not ashamed at all to admit it. You know, it's like I've been there. I've spent my money like initially for a disappointing product, and I know it's because there were just people looking to cash in. And if you guys can at all influence video games in the future, just hold out. Just fucking hold out for the last possible minute you can bear to wait, because
I
the
would
product
agree with
is
that.
going to be better.
Always, yeah. And as a game buying public, do your service right. Never pre-order a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you're doing is giving GameSpot more money,
Yeah.
and we don't want to do that. They're not the people that make the games. They're
Yeah.
evil, vile corporations.
Yep.
Now, okay, when GameSpot being a very touchy subject for a lot of people. Now, are things like Amazon, are they the same way if you pre-order? Like, do they get a cut?
It's a little bit different through Amazon. Like, it's not quite the same. So they're not trying to upsell at Amazon. GameSpot, if you're not in the know, their whole business practice relies on secondhand,
Yes.
which is selling games that people sell them or trade in. That's how they make their profit. It's not on selling new games. That's not how they make their money.
Okay.
They're like a pawn shop, basically.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
They are out there to fuck you out of your money and make
Exactly.
money off of it.
Yeah, I mean, I've sold a lot of things to GameStop.
Yeah. It's like, can we
I've
give you a
bought
nickel
lot of
on the
things from
dollar?
GameStop. It's like, you have a console. It's like, I had the particular console for like 3 weeks, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't really care for this system. It's just not my thing. Traded in. Paid $299 for this thing. I got $75 for
And
it.
they'll go around and sell that for.
I went in.
$200.
Yep.
A few weeks later, saw my console sitting on the shelf for $250.
Yeah.
Just shy of retail. And it's like, that's my console.
Did
Like,
they
what
have the
fuck?
courtesy to ask you if your ass was sore?
No,
And
they
they will
didn't.
sell with an as is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Declaration too. So hey, guess what? If this doesn't work, you're fucked.
But the only thing that, like, I can honestly say, like, after that, I was just like, you know what, fuck GameStop. But I did kind of fuck them myself. I had a PlayStation that died, basically. There were certain games that it would not play. So I traded it in with like the 2 games that I had that worked with it. And for whatever reason, this store, they were stupid. They didn't put one of their games in it to test it to make sure it worked. They put the 2 games that I traded in with it to test it to make sure it worked. That game, like, I've tried playing Grand Theft Auto 3. It wouldn't even load up. Vice City, your guy was constantly just stuck in the ground. Like, you could just see, like, his chest up right from the get-go.
Wow.
You could never play that fucking game. But, like, it was Ridge Racer, which is, like, one of the first games that I bought with that thing. It's a really shitty racing game. And then I can't remember what the second game was, but I traded those ones in. And they gave me, you know, the max price that they give to me. But, I mean, fuck, I was going to throw the thing away. And I was like, you know what?
Ridge Racer!
Yeah, Ridge. Exactly. Yeah. I think it was Ridge Racer 6 at that point in time.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was, but yeah, I guess that's just a little story of my vindication for GameStop fucking me.
Yeah.
Please stop going to GameStop.
Yes.
Please.
They are assholes.
They're the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Please.
Do they own GameFly, or is that its own thing?
I don't know.
GameFly kind of seems almost GameStop-y to me. I'm a little leery of GameFly.
You guys are talking about Ridge Racer 6. Does anybody remember the first Ridge Racer?
Ridge Racer 4, I think, might have been the one.
Yeah. Well, I remember the first one, and way back in the day, there was a game place called Game and Play, like right behind the GameStop where it is right now. And they would rent PlayStation 1s, but they also had a large majority of the store dedicated to animated porn.
Oh, God.
Which is amazing because I was like 13 at the time. So I rented like the original Tekken, and at the same time I was able to thumb through a bunch of Japanese like animated porn. And it was just the most burgeoning point of my adolescent life. I loved it. It was awesome. I'm sad that place is gone and GameStop is in its place. So I thought I'd share.
I'm just kind of sad, like, in general, that like arcades don't exist. Like, not that I really ever went to arcades that much, but it was just so much fun to go to the arcade when I did. You just have this plethora of games that there's no way in hell you'd ever buy them or play them, but you could play them, you know? Ah, man. I remember the first time I played Mortal Kombat 2. It's one of my best friends. It was his birthday party, and they rented out the arcade at our, like, little crappy shopping mall that we had. And, like, whole freaking arcade, there's, like, 100 freaking things, and there's, like, 10 kids just circled around the fucking Mortal Kombat 2. It's like the only reason any of the other games got played is because it's like, well, there's 9 other people in front of me before I get to play again. So I'll go play. Let's go play some Golden Axe. Oh, let's play Frogger. Oh, let's play the Pac-Man that's like on the flat tabletop. I used to love that one.
Pinball machine.
Where you can put your fries on. Okay, can I ask you guys a question?
Okay. No,
When
maybe.
When you were little and a new Mortal Kombat game came out, how fucking lame was it when nobody knew fatalities? That was so fucking lame to me. It's
I
like,
remember
why
the
even put
first
your
time
quarter
I
in?
did a fatality. I grant you, I even had like a magazine that told me how to do it. But the first time I
you
actually...
need that magazine first.
Yeah, the first time I actually executed a fatality, I felt like a god. It was so awesome.
You're putting on a show at that point.
I know.
I did gather around, everybody.
I did like forward, down, up, high punch, and I ripped out, like Sub-Zero. I ripped his spine out. I'm like, yeah! Fuck yeah! And then it's like, and then you have like fucking Liu Kang where you have to like circle the freaking pad like 9 times. I never fucking do that. So freaking hard.
Yeah.
You know what was irritating? When you had those fatalities that ended with up, your character would always jump.
Yeah.
And then the motherfucker would fall over, and the fatality seemed to be over, and you'd be like, I lost my chance.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I gotta fight for it in the next round now.
Then
But you had to hold block. You had to hold block.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story.
I could never fucking like to get to Reptile in the first one. Like, I did the things to do that so many goddamn times, and I could never get to Reptile. My buddy, he didn't even have to look at the screen. Oh, you've done this. You get to Reptile. It's like, what the hell, man? Used to piss me off so bad.
Yeah.
God damn it. Then like you got to like the third one. That one was okay, and then
It went off the rails quickly afterwards.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like man,
Jumped several sharks
Yeah.
while riding other sharks.
yes.
You want to know what was really annoying? When they started introducing seppuku, like the kill yourself fatalities.
Oh, come on.
So you could
what?
like
I didn't
totally-
even know that. When did they do that? I didn't know
I
that
don't
was
know.
a thing.
It might have been past Annihilation, but after that point, there was like a fatality you could punch in, as it said, finish him on your side if you lost, and your character would commit suicide. So you could totally steal all the thunder from the other motherfucker who just killed you.
Actually, I don't
You're
know.
like,
I think that's
suck
an
on
awesome
that.
thing.
Yeah.
No, they should have done that before the babyalities.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
God.
The fatalities. You know what was worse? The brutalities. They
I don't
were
remember
ones
the
where your
brutalities.
character- I think they were in Mortal Kombat 3 or 4.
64.
But instead of like doing a cool finishing move, they would just like punch you a bunch until you died and exploded.
Oh,
They were
I
trying-
remember that.
Those
Okay.
were so stupid.
They were trying to steal some of the thunder from Killer Instinct. You
Yeah.
guys remember the Ultra combos?
Yeah.
See, I loved Killer Instinct on the
Yeah.
fucking SNES, and then I got it on the 64, and I liked it ish.
Yeah.
And then like I've played it since then, and I don't really care for it.
There were a few things that were executed correctly on the 64. Like, just every game that was out there for it sort of failed, except GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was great. I loved Ridge Racer, or not Ridge Racer, but
Wave Race, dude, on 64 was the shit.
God
Really?
damn it,
I loved Wave Race.
Wave Race was pretty
Really?
good. God damn what. I'm totally blanking. Ridge Racer's not the right one. What's the one on the motorcycle where you're beating the shit out of each other with chain link and shit?
Road Rash.
Road
Yeah,
Rash.
Road Rash.
God
That was
damn,
on,
I
like,
did-
the Genesis.
See, I knew it was 2 R's.
The Genesis one is the best one. But
Yeah,
the
but, like-
64 one was good in a very like this game is terrible.
Wait
sort
a
of
minute.
way.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. There was a Road Rash on Nintendo 64.
yeah, Road Rash
Yeah.
64. It
You're
was so
kidding.
bad, but it was just so fun
The
to
banana
play.
was the best weapon. The
Yes.
giant banana.
What?
Just driving around beating. Like
What about the 3 red turtle shells? I think that beats it. Maybe the blue turtle
no.
shell. I think we're thinking of a different
Yeah,
game because there
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
possibly be a Road Rash on Nintendo 64.
There was, dude.
There
It was
was.
fantastic.
There was.
He had it, and like we played that. We played the fuck out of
we
that
played
goddamn
so
game.
much of that game. And then when you
You're
get to the
kidding.
end with like you get the best bikes, the game literally can't handle them because they're too fast and their physics system isn't good for doing that.
Yeah.
So like you get up to the best bikes and they're just uncontrollable, completely
Yeah.
uncontrollable.
You just crash
You go so fast
all the time.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So many
But,
broken
man.
games on the N64. Does anybody remember Silicon Valley?
Never played it.
Yeah, it was a small launch, but there was actually a glitch in the game, so you couldn't complete it. Like, they released that shit that way.
Oh.
You know? And that fucking system was
I remember.
just-
Like, was it
it was a catastrophe.
Jet Force Gemini?
Yeah, that was a rare game.
Yeah, it was one of the last
Back
rare
when
games.
Rare was good still.
Yeah, but like it actually came with the RAM update.
Yeah.
It's like you could buy the RAM update by itself, or you could buy Jet Force Gemini and get the RAM update,
Yeah.
and it wasn't too much more expensive.
That was pretty. I enjoyed that game.
I
There
thought
a
it was
lot of,
pretty
like,
good.
Sort of like long parts where it's like, God, why won't this mission end? But
Mm-hmm.
it was for its time. It was pretty crazy. It was an interesting game.
Yeah, like I said, it was like one of the last rare games that were good.
Yeah,
Oh, rare.
wasn't
Where
no
did you
grab
go?
by the ghoulies.
Yeah.
Cameo. Oh, you poor bastards.
How about Banjo-Kazooie? Does
Banjo-Kazooie
anybody remember
was
the first
awesome.
one?
Let's
Yeah.
pour one out for Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Pour one out into my mouth.
Oh my God, some nuts and bolts.
Cheers to Banjo-Kazooie.
God, you know, 64 had some great rare games. Like,
Mhm.
you had like GoldenEye. Was it Perfect Dark? Was pretty awesome.
Perfect Dark was pretty good. It was way before its time, so it ran like shit. But
And you needed
Yeah.
the memory expansion. That's why I
Yeah.
never got it.
You had Conquer.
Conquer was fucking amazing.
I loved that game.
That
That
game
game
was
was
fantastic.
so just. That game should have been the reason that like Hillary Clinton and Tipper Gore and all that stuff were bitching about things, because like that game was pretty bad, but like it was so great.
Yeah.
It was so well made. I loved playing the freaking multiplayer when you're like hunting down the little Nazi bears and
Yeah,
shit. It
yeah.
was just fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh man.
Yeah, they made Donkey Kong 64 too.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good. It wasn't quite their Super Nintendo one, but
You need the memory expansion for that shit too.
yep. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, of course, Banjo-Kazooie.
How about Blast Core? Did they do Blast Core?
I'm not sure on that one.
I don't
Yeah.
remember, but that game was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Right up until the part where you had to get the dump truck to fucking power slide and everything, and it was like, fuck this. I'm playing a different game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
God damn. Fucking reminisce. So, Hair Pink, he's been playing Ni no Kuni.
I have.
Why have I heard of that
This
before?
is a Level 5 and Studio Ghibli got together. If you don't know Studio Ghibli, they are a Japanese company that makes anime movies.
Some of the best anime, in
some
my
of
opinion.
the best anime in the world. In the world, Miyazaki is a golden god.
Spirited Away, some of the best.
Yes, he's responsible for Spirited Away.
I own that movie.
Princess Mononoke.
Princess
Yep.
Mononoke, I own that too.
Porco
That's
Rosso.
awesome.
Howl's Moving
Howl's
Castle.
Moving Castle. Castle in the Sky. The Cat Came Back. All
Just
these
a
other
ton of just
great anime.
anime.
But they got together and they made this PlayStation 3 exclusive RPG known
That's
as...
the only bad thing that I've
Ni no
seen about
Kuni.
the game is it's a PlayStation 3.
Yeah, they made Ponyo too.
Yep, Ponyo. Yeah. Anyway, back
Yes.
to...
So, Ni no Kuni. I am really enjoying it. Yes, Kiki's Delivery Service. Okay, yes, the Asian's gonna know. Studio Ghibli. Yes, Totoro, Grave of the Fireflies. I have them all.
Yeah.
Grave of the Fireflies, by the way. God damn, that's a depressing movie.
It really is.
If you ever feel like crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching a cartoon and crying.
Yeah. That sounds like a good recipe.
But anyways, back to Ni no Kuni, which is an uplifting tale of your mother dying. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I find the game really excellent. It's a lot like a Dragon Quest game, which is not surprising since level 5
I was
worked
gonna say.
on some Dragon Quest shit. It has all the good stuff. Like the overworld map, like playing that in like a full on console game to me is just like, it's so, I don't know, it gives you that nostalgia of way back in the day. Like if you we're into Final Fantasy or any of those games where you have the flat world map and like the square tiles of like,
Yeah.
trees and forests and mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
They just did that, except it's in 3D, and you could see the little guys running around, and they chase after you if you were to get too close to them. So that's their version of random encounters. It's
Nice.
a very, very solid JRPG.
Kind of like Earthbound meets the Final Fantasy series.
A little bit, yeah. If you've played any of the recent Dragon Quest games, it'll be very familiar to you.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. The story is Japanese. That's how I can describe it.
Yeah,
It's entertaining though.
Once again, spoiler alert. Like recently, because I haven't played it myself yet. I've just been watching Hair Pink play it. He's been spending a lot of time in a place called Hamlin, where everybody is dressed up like pigs for some odd reason.
Yes.
I don't know. I find it really, really funny.
Yes.
It makes me giggle.
Everything is a pun at some point.
Yeah, which you were saying was very reminiscent of the Dragon Quest games. Like
yes.
they're very much with the we're going to be jackasses.
Yes. Every enemy's name is some play on words of some stupid thing. So I don't know. It just adds to the charm of it.
Right.
I
Crash Broke was just asking any similarities to Chrono Trigger except for the time travel.
It's not quite a Chrono Trigger style game. It's definitely more Dragon Quest. It's hard to describe the differences unless you played both of those games.
Chrono Trigger is got to be like a singular game.
It's very much.
Has there ever been like an RPG that brings like synergy between the characters together, like Chrono Trigger?
Not like that.
But
It's
what the
very
fuck,
hard.
man? It's been like 20 years. Can't we get another game like Chrono
I
Trigger?
was gonna say two of the best games that I've played, and they both been on Super Nintendo, was Chrono Trigger and Secret of Evermore.
Yeah.
Like those two,
Secret of Evermore did it pretty good. Like, I think their gameplay was a little bit more exciting than Chrono Trigger, even like because it had the real time combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the RPG elements, but like the story of Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Is just,
It was very, very good.
There's nothing.
You could
Nothing
call them
compared.
two separate games too. You
And
know,
it-
it's
yeah,
like the
and-
magic system and the combat. You know, it was more like Zelda: Link to the Past. You know, where you had all those things going on. You know, while the enemies were continuously attacking you. But I mean, I guess there was a little bit of pause if you brought up a magic spell. But it was nothing like Chrono Trigger, where you could like make two characters interact to make a special spell.
Yeah,
was a cool
that
system.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot more strategy in that, and that was turn-based combat too. So it's like you could really call those two separate games.
Yeah. Oh, sure. They're, yeah.
But way to just,
Chrono Trigger is
whatever,
fucking
Luffy.
amazing. I love Chrono Trigger.
I'm always the devil's advocate. It's like, no, you're wrong.
Right.
Let me tell you how you're wrong.
Yeah, the giant frog spell, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember, playing Secret of Evermore. Hair Pink, there was this one point, for those of you who haven't played it, spoiler alert, Super Nintendo, fuck you if you haven't played it.
Statute of limitations.
Right.
Yeah.
On that trailer.
There
Seriously.
was a forest maze, if I remember correctly, and Hair Pink made a map.
Yep.
You should have seen this map. I wish he still had it and we could take a picture of it. It
I
was.
still have it.
Do you really?
can
Nice.
Take a picture of it.
We
Yay.
it's probably
It
not.
might be at my
findable.
parents' house, but I still have
Yeah,
it.
Nice.
it was the most amazing map I have ever seen. Like he drew everything out. It was color. There was a key and a legend and all this shit, just to get through the forest maze quickly. It was fucking
That
fantastic.
forest maze was ridiculous. It didn't give you any clues at all. It was, here's a maze. Go through it. It's giant.
Yes.
Good luck, asshole.
Yeah.
Like, most people would just go out and get, like, the strategy guide or whatever, but I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to do this.
You were your own strategy
I
guide.
made
It
the
was
map.
ridiculous.
I drew the map myself.
I watched him do this for days. It was fantastic.
And it was awesome because it worked, and I used that map ever since.
Yes.
I played that game through, like, 4 or 5 times.
It was even on like a big chunk of paper too, so you can
Yeah.
like roll it up like a scroll and
Yeah.
shit. It's
Nice.
fucking fantastic,
Yeah.
dude.
That's awesome.
So cool.
The last game that made me make a map, like on paper with grid paper, was Binding of Isaac. Have you
Okay.
guys heard of that
I
one?
remember you told us a lot
Yeah, you
about
told
it.
me about that
I'm a
one.
big fan of this game.
That's the one that's kind of Zelda-esque, isn't it?
It is
Like the
kind of
dungeon aspect of it.
Yeah, like if you go into a dungeon in Zelda, there is a certain amount of keys that you find that will unlock all the chests that you need and get you to the boss room, no questions asked. And if you have bombs, you can get to all the secret rooms. If you run out of bombs, something might spawn another bomb. But it's like there isn't always enough bombs or enough keys to get you into everything you need in every floor. So you have to play judiciously, and it is a cruel game. It will fuck you over, but at the same time, if you get the right combination of items, you will break the game, and you will show it that it's your bitch. I love the game so much. Yeah, just check out a couple playthroughs on YouTube if you guys want. But Binding of Isaac is a superior game. It will eat up a lot of your time, and you will enjoy every second of it. But yeah, sometimes it gives you something called the Curse of the Labyrinth. And at least I think that's what it might be Curse of the Darkness, but it's where
It's a
it
curse of
takes
something.
away. Yeah, it's a curse. But it'll take away your map, and you won't know where you're going, so you'll have to draw out a little map on paper and pencil, and you'll have to try to find the secret rooms on the map. You'll be Xing out squares and shit. Oh, it's so delicious. It's like the first game that ever made me expel any effort in a long time. And I'm a fat guy. So you know this game's worth it. So check that out if you guys are ever interested in something like that. Old school gaming experience with a directional shooter like Smash TV.
Oh, okay.
So
Twin
it's
stick? Twin stick?
yeah, twin stick. It's a twin stick shooter. It's really awesome. Boy, we've talked a lot about video games.
Yeah. And actually,
I love them.
I think after this here break that we're gonna get to, we might continue this because I want to talk about Team Fortress.
Ooh, Team Fortress. It is the most superior first-person shooter on the market. If anybody says anything different, I will fuck your eye socket out with my big dick.
And with Lofi's dick in mind, we're going to take a break here.
Yay.
And we shall be back shortly. Maybe.
Providing we remember that we're doing a radio show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See you then.
Not getting enough of the KP brand? Make sure to stay up to date with all the KP info, news, and more on our Twitter at Krymzon Pain, Facebook.com/Krymzon Pain, and YouTube.com/Krymzon Pain. Also, if you've missed the KP radio show or just want to listen to one again, go to krymzonpain.blogspot.com to download or stream it, or on iTunes under the podcast section, just search KP Radio.
Yeah.
Trump has a giraffe ass right now.
What up, bitches? We back.
Yep.
And I think you know what that means. Everybody!
That was actually the last thing I was thinking of.
Woo!
Goddamn.
We got it. We're going back to the booze box of mystery, bitches.
Let's kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Do this right.
Who's ready? Am I picking
Go in there,
first?
Lofi.
Go for it, boy.
Oh, here it comes.
Cheers, oh man.
Be kind to me, box. What's this square bottle? Early times Kentucky whiskey. Not bad. Not bad.
That's
It's
good.
cheap,
That's good.
but
Yeah,
it's good.
everybody.
It gets you
Everybody
drunk.
get drunk.
Everybody! Ellington Reserve. Also a whiskey. Canadian, even.
Let's see if we can complete the whiskey hat trick.
It's whiskey time.
Get the trifecta.
Why do I keep looking in the box? I can't look.
You're not allowed to
Yeah.
look!
I'm not
asshole!
allowed to look.
Sacrilege.
Oh.
It's the last of the veils.
Oh no. I got UV cake.
Oh boy.
I
The shittiest of the vodkas with the shittiest of the vodka flavors.
was gonna say, is it worse than the veil?
Oh, it can't be worse than Veil. I hope. I pray.
Those were pretty disgusting.
I pray to Zeus. This isn't that bad.
The box is not treating her pink well tonight.
No, it's not really. It's not doing it for me.
That's what he gets for being a dick.
Ah, that's what happens.
I
Karma.
can't even open it. It's so bad.
Like, what a shame. We'll have to pass this one up.
Oh no!
All right. Get your shots ready, everybody. I'm gonna play this again because it's awesome. Everybody! Yeah!
Here it
Cheers!
Cheers.
Oh.
Actually, that was surprisingly delicious.
Yeah, mine was good.
Oh. God damn, that was terrible.
That wasn't bad at all.
I like mine.
Holy crap. If you're going to get flavored vodka, go for UV.
Woo!
That's way better
Crap.
than Pinnacle or even Smirnoff.
I know early times is cheap and only like 60-year-old guys drink it, but it was still pretty good to me.
Oh man, the only thing that made that worse was washing it down with a fine Bud Light Platinum. Oh man. Oh.
Yeah.
It really should be like Bud Light tinfoil or something. Like.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Bud Light aluminum.
Bud Light tungsten.
Yeah, there you go.
Pot
I think
metal.
that's a noble gas, but we'll go with it.
No,
Tungsten.
tungsten's a metal. That's what makes
Tungsten-
light bulbs work, man.
Yeah, tungsten is translated to heavy stone, so it couldn't possibly be a gas.
It could be.
It
Yeah.
will
If
be.
heated
It
to the
could
right
be.
temperature.
Hey,
You're
Ah,
right. You're
ooh.
right.
Oh,
Everything.
fuck you, science guy.
Yeah! I win!
States of
USA,
matter.
USA!
Didn't we decide that you can't chant that anymore?
Oh, shut up.
Aw,
Okay.
no
You son of a
way.
bitch.
So we're returning to the topic we left you off on, which is Team Fortress.
That's right. You know what? I forgot what I... No. So Team Fortress, I am very much a late adopter. I just recently started playing it. I really fucking enjoy that game.
Are you one of those red-headed fucking stepchild free-to-play assholes, or did you get it when it was a legitimate copy and you had to pay for the game?
Oh no, it was free.
Oh
No,
boy!
I just downloaded it.
Boy!
I just downloaded it like about 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
I forget. I was talking to somebody on like Facebook or some shit, or maybe even on Steam. They're like, dude, you need to download Team Fortress. And I'm like, all right. It's like Lofi fucking raves about it.
Yep.
I've had about 13 other fucking people say I need to play Team Fortress. I'm going to break down. I'm going to fucking do it. It just wasn't. I'm like, well, all right. It's just another first-person shooter. I don't know. They do something in that game. It's fun. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the graphics or just the overall
The graphics
gameplay.
have
It's
a lot of
more than
charm.
that.
It has
It's
a lot of
more than
character. It's very well balanced.
There is personality.
Yes, personality bursts out of the seams. all
Fucking
over
every
the-
character is just oozing character, you know. And at the same time, me and possibly Crash Broke here have to give you a million weapons so that you can get current on the game, because you have to own every weapon in order to play every class.
I've got nothing. Like, Crash Broke was just owning me the other day. Like,
Yeah.
we were playing it, and he was
Ooh.
just fucking raping me.
Do not go up against Crash Broke. He
It was
is
bad.
fucking tight. If he gets soldier on your ass, you are gonna blow
Yeah.
up into giblets every time.
I must say, I did feel pretty awesome because, like, he said I was pretty cool with the tank. Like, the dude with the fucking Gatling gun that runs around. I
The
was
heavy.
pretty... The heavy,
Come on.
yeah. I was pretty
Get
efficient
into the
with
lingo,
that.
Wero. It's the heavy.
Jesus
You
Christ.
see, that's how much of a noob I am on that goddamn game. Like, I don't know these things.
Yes.
He's the
Yes,
tank
we've
as
all,
far as I'm
we've all seen
concerned.
the video intros, and that's something that Valve does so incredibly well. It's a lot of why that game is so popping with personality and charm is the character design, for one.
Yes.
So they have great concept artists, character designers. Two, the animators.
Exactly.
The animators did amazing things on that game that never happen in first-person shooters.
It's so good.
They never, in no games do first-person shooters pay attention to the animations. They don't care. That's ancillary to what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about
It needs to be shoot, kill.
the core of
Yeah.
the gameplay, which that sure, I agree, that's the first place you got to start. But when you can add that flavor and personality on top of that game has, it's so incredible. It's so epic. Like, that's, like, as an artist myself,
Yes,
it's something
yes.
I can appreciate at a level that other people can't. So they do amazing things. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You
And
heard
the
it.
people there, like, I gotta name drop. Keith Lango is one of their guys, and holy crap, they are good. They know what they're doing. They do good shit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It's magic. It really is magic on your screen when you get it going. It offers something that no other first-person shooter has. There's just so much going on within the game. It makes you really challenge your strategy into going into how you're going to fit your characters with the proper weapons in order to make the best contribution to your team. It is Team Fortress Classic, people. Not Me Fortress Classic. So
that
fuck
was-
you, all you Rambo people
Right?
out there.
That was the one thing that, like, irritated the shit out of me. Like, one of the second times I played it, it was just, like, I forget what the hell the level was. But basically, we got to the third stage of capturing the... It wasn't King of the Hill, but it was
It
kind
was
of the...
payload.
Payload, yes.
Yeah, you're pushing the bomb to its final destination, and if you get through all 4 stages, then you win.
Yeah. And we're, like, on the third stage, and it's like, my team just gave up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like, we worked as a synchronous group for a while, and then, like, now we're not. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Well, like, I ended up having to snipe these guys, kill them, and then run in by my goddamn self.
Yep.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's called Team Fortress. Where's my fucking team? Why am I doing
Exactly.
this by myself?
Exactly.
Oh man, and then fucking Crash Broke joined and then just fucked everything.
Yeah, that's all you need, baby. That's all you need. One great soldier.
Well, no, he was on the opposite team, and then there was just
then
no
you're gonna
hoping.
get fucked up.
Yeah, no,
You're
it
gonna
was
get your
just
shit
it was
owned
like,
every
God
time.
damn it, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
fuck all your shit bitches. That's
Yeah.
I think I heard that several times.
That's what he does.
And see, to play devil's advocate, sort of in a way, is to say like, as good as that game is at everything it does, I am not 14-year-old anymore. I don't have all day to sit on there and wait for a game to play.
Yeah.
When you play that game on PC, all you get is a vomit dump of servers to play on, and you have no idea what you're doing.
Exactly.
Dude.
And this is why
It's even worse
I
when
don't
you're
play
drunk
it.
at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to play goddamn Team Fortress.
Yeah.
It just sits there and loads
Yeah.
forever trying to find a goddamn server.
And this is why I don't play that game as much as I really should, is
Yeah.
for that reason. Like, that's why I play Xbox games, and I probably should just get that game on Xbox.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't have to think about that stuff. Connecting to servers and finding the right people to play with and everything. I just hit a button and I wait, and it waits for, like, a minute, and then I'm in a game playing.
Yeah.
So that's one deterrent that I would say that the Steam in general has, and first-person shooters on on PC have. But I mean, it's still a fucking incredible game.
Aside from how perfect the game is, there is something I like to refer to as Team Fortress 2 syndrome. That's when you get people who don't want to lose, so they automatically stack on the other side of the team that's winning.
That's
And
lame.
then you have nothing but straight rape for like the next hour if you're willing to play on the losing team. And that's where I come in. I
was
come
gonna
in
say,
and I
I
turn
think-
that shit around with my heavy. Or my
I
medic.
think I'm pretty much like the last few times that I've played that. That's what I ended up dealing with. It's like I had a couple of guys that were on my team. Then the next rounds that we played, they were no longer on my team, and then
Yeah.
it was just nothing but death.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible.
It's like you can't blame them, but at the second time, they were fucking betrayers.
Well,
they
the
are
bad thing
treacherous.
was like when we played, like we had a fighting chance.
Yep.
It's like, you know, it wasn't like we just got totally obliterated by the other team, but then it's like the next round, all of a sudden it's like, oh, now I'm just with total randos, and the three other people that I was playing with are now on the other teams. Like,
See, that
this
shouldn't
is
even be
great.
an option for you to do, though. You shouldn't be
No.
able to jump ship like that. It should be like
Yeah.
Halo, where it forces you into a team.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's more even. It's always more fair.
yeah. And
It'll prioritize parties and stuff. So if you're in a party or a group with other people, like they'll try to keep you together.
Yeah.
But like just being able to choose willy nilly what team you're on, that's sort of outrageous.
The
Yeah.
best Team Fortress experience is playing Capture the Flag, where nobody scores any points, where the teams are so even that you just are continuously struggling. And the match goes on forever because that is glorious. It is awesome.
I disagree in a way because the best way to play capture the flag, no matter what fucking game you're playing, is your entire team go and capture their flag. Nobody defend your flag. Because
No!
every other team out there leaves 2 or 3 people to defend the flag.
Well, here's the thing.
And if your entire team enters into there, gets the flag,
no, what you're
Here's the
supposed to
thing.
do
that's it. Game
is
over.
you're supposed to
Game
focus
over.
on killing one particular person
Game over,
from
man.
the opposite team the entire time. You don't actually go for the flag ever.
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
No.
It's
You
Rube.
try
I
to
got
kill as
Rube's
many
here.
people as possible. That's how you do that. That's how you win that goddamn game.
With as much
So,
experience as I
found
have,
on Halo.
with as much experience as I have,
What's up, Rube?
you have a superior pyro, a superior heavy, and a superior medic, and a superior engineer, all defending your base, and you leave everybody else to capture the flag. You will win that shit. No matter how many people they send at you, because you are fucking awesome.
I fucking hate playing Capture the Flag on Halo.
Yeah.
It's because the best way in Halo is everybody go after the flag.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like that's the appropriate thing to do in Halo. But no, it's it's like the people who play Capture the Flag forget that they're playing Capture the Flag, and they still think that they're just playing like regular Halo.
Yeah, because there will be at least 2 team members
Yes.
out there just shooting people.
So like
for
when you and
random
I are
reasons.
playing Capture the Flag with randos, it's you and I getting the flag, and then 2 assholes playing regular Halo, and us losing.
And there's 2 other people trying to defend the flag by themselves, not doing anything good.
It's just, oh god, it's just so bad.
You have to coordinate.
Yeah,
I fucking
All
hate it.
about that.
And that's during those style of games where it's a bigger team, and then you get like that group of people where like 2 or 3 of them are on their private chat somewhere.
Oh my god!
You can't even communicate to them at all. Why are you there? Why the fuck are you there? Get
The
out of
worst
there.
one is when you get that rando that's on the opposite team that's part of the other party that's fucking everybody over. Have you ever played any games like that?
The what one?
Like, you'll have, like, a party that's all, that they're all chatting together.
Yeah.
But there's, like, 6 of them.
Yeah.
So 4 of them are on a team, and then the other 2 get thrown over to the other team. But they're all in a party, so, like, you can't hear them. So they're, like, oh, yeah, like, our guy's, like, in the corner hiding. He's got a sniper. And then all of a sudden... I fucking hate playing games like that, man.
I hate those, like, fucking sabotage teams where you're like, you're in a party of 5, and we're playing just normal Team Slayer, which is 8 people. So one of your team members is on our team just fucking our shit up because you guys suck.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, though, games are fun.
Yes.
I think that's what we're trying to say.
I love games.
Yes.
We were going to talk about something, but I totally spaced off what the fuck it was after the whole video game thing. We had an issue here.
I have some tequila in my system.
I know. Like I think the shots are starting to work in.
No, it was something somebody brought up. The Walking Dead.
Oh, Walking Dead! God damn it!
This is what
That's
you guys
right.
were talking about during the break.
Yes.
All of us, huge Walking Dead fans. I think we can say.
Well,
Lofi.
I'm guilty of not having seen any of the TV show or seeing any of the video game.
Oh my god, have you read the comics at least?
I have not seen the comics.
Lofi, you're fired.
Lofi, leave right now.
Go
I know,
home.
right?
Take your
Seriously.
awesome crab dish you're making right now and get out of here.
Oh, yes.
But leave it. leave the dish here.
For any of you asking that I am a chef, I believe that there will be some disappointment tonight.
No, there was actually
I'm gonna
one
make
person.
some shit as good as I can, but I am no chef, and they are gonna vehemently say so as soon as I make this dish. But I think there might be.
There was actually somebody
bit of
the other day
agreement
that
on
asked
it.
us, like, is Lofi a butcher? I was like, holy crap, somebody understands.
Yeah, not a chef. I do butcher, but it's not meat.
I was like,
I butcher fish.
Yeah, he's not in the meat department as such, but he's back there in
Fish
the
is
region.
meat. Fish is
Yes, I am close. I will give you meat if you ask me for it, but I am actually next door, and I will totally give you my meat.
Get a little personal, Lofi.
Seriously.
Lofi, can I have some meat?
Anyone who asks, I will give it to you. I will lay some heavy lumber. I will lay that pipe.
Oh, man. How can you butcher a fish? With a knife and
The
very
same
carefully.
way you
Yes.
butcher any other animal.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There's guts and things to be cut.
Butcher
Yes.
is an overarching term that means cleaning, cutting, separating meat.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So I will chop off the head, and then I'll run my knife along the spine of both sides of the fish. Then I will run my knife along the rib bones of the fish to take out the
Is
interior
anybody else
part.
getting a boner right now?
I know, right?
I would, but I gotta pee so bad. Like, it's kind of like this semi where, like, you're like gotta half pee.
No,
you know? It's almost
yeah.
like morning wood, but I'm
That
still
would give
awake.
me like a double boner.
Jeff Fu just asked about eel. I would love to butcher an eel if I knew how to do it. But I am unfortunately in a part of the city where there are only 50-year-old old people who will only buy things that they know. So there is generally no diversity in what I butcher.
And
But
most-
I would love it. I love eel. Oh, it's so good on a dragon roll. Or what's the roll that has eel on top?
Unagi.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah. That sounds so sexy.
So, and unfortunately, most of your clientele is also like 90-year-old, like Russian
Exactly.
women.
Yeah. I'm lucky my boss speaks Russian because I can't deal with those fucking people.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, it at the time, Lofi was not working in the seafood department. This was prior to him being there.
Mm-hmm.
But same store. I was back there, and at this time, they were selling like entire salmon
Ooh, yeah.
at like
salmon.
a really, really cheap price. Great price, but you had to purchase the whole salmon. Well, there was this little Russian lady. I mean, she had to have been like 95 years old, barely speak English. And she's talking to this guy, and like, I feel so sorry for this poor seafood dude. But she's like, I want a pound of this at this price. And he's like, ma'am,
I want a whole salmon that weighs a pound.
yeah. He's like, ma'am, no, you have to buy the whole fish in order to get it at this price per pound. And she's like, no, I want a pound.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, ma'am, I understand that. But like, if you buy it per pound, see, like over here, we have the separate display that like per pound already cut up, filleted, done in its thing. It's slightly more. In order to get the discounted price, you have to buy the entire fish, which is like a fucking 15-pound fish.
Exactly.
So you're going to pay $150 for this fucking fish.
Yep.
But like, she did not understand this. And so like, I'm waiting for him to get done conversing with her for 45 minutes. It's this like battle of her saying, no, I only want it almost reminded me of Consuela from Family Guy. It's like, no, I want 1 pound of fish.
Miss Swan.
No, you
from
buy,
Mad
you
TV.
buy.
Yeah, and he's like, no, ma'am, you have to buy the whole fish. No, I don't buy 1 pound of fish. It's just, it was terrible.
Yep.
I felt so oh man.
Here's
So, like,
the thing,
I do not
folks.
envy you working back there.
Yeah.
The only nice thing is I get to go back there and be like, hey, Lofi, can you give me
Customer
some fish?
service is its own level of hell, really.
Yeah.
It really is.
So here it is, folks. You buy the fish, then we do what you want to it. Like, if you want me to do something, I will. But if you're buying the whole fish price, just go ahead and buy the whole fish. Because it's right there in the fucking title. You're buying the whole fish. I can do something to it after that. But until you do that, you're going to have to buy a piece of a fillet. And, yeah. That's just how it works.
Like when you guys are selling the whole crabs and stuff, and it's like, you know, it's like so much per pound. And I know you pay for a lot of shell and waste and stuff. And he's like, do you want me to clean it? It's like, no, I'm good. Like I just feel like an asshole making you guys clean my. I know that's your job.
No. Okay, if you're asking for a crab, we have a little like pressure sensitive valve we have back there to where you can clean the crab better than you could at home in your sink. I understand that.
Well, I just feel like an asshole making you have to clean this crab.
Absolutely not. I can do a better job than you can. I promise.
Yeah, I feel bad that like asking the deli guy to cut up more than half a pound of meat because it takes so goddamn long for them to do that.
I don't know. Can you? Can you at your home?
Well,
Can you slice
no, but I
meat
mean,
like that?
I got like 3 people waiting behind me to get like a quarter of a pound of cheese, and I'm sitting there. I would like a pound of the teriyaki chicken.
You know what?
And another pound of the gorgonzola. And
I must say,
There are
though,
people that are right behind you that don't give a shit about anybody else on the planet. They will
must
be
say,
like,
though,
you know what? Not only can you fillet that fish, but you take the skin off and then cut it into 20 separate pieces and then fucking brine that shit. Then grind it and fuck everybody else who's behind me. You know what? It's those people I worry about. But you know what? If you want a clean crab, I will happily do it for you because you need help. It's those people who don't need help that can go fuck themselves. And that's my motto.
So what are you trying to say there, Loaf? No, you know, I'm gonna say, like, they're at your joint.
USA. USA.
USA.
There's like 2 of the people in the deli department. Like when you order cheese, it's like, I want like a half a pound of this like spicy Gouda or whatever.
Sure. Ooh, spicy Gouda. That sounds awesome.
It's amazing. We have some.
Oh my god! Yeah, have you not tried the?
You will be mouth raped
Chipotle
later
burrito?
on. It'll be great.
Nice.
Boar's Head
By
Chipotle
cheese, not by
burrito?
me.
I wanna
Yeah,
have
it's
sex
good.
with it. I
But,
wanna
Not
stick it in me.
not mouth raped by you. I feel disadvantaged.
Well, I mean, like we can, but like the cheese is another type of mouth rape.
Nice.
But no, it like the one guy will just put all the cheese in like the bag, and
Oh,
like
right,
then it's like
right.
really hard to get a slice of cheese. But then there's like a couple of them. Every time, like every slice of cheese has a piece of wax paper between it. And it's like those are the people. Like I love those deli
Those are
people.
the people that's like you should have a tip jar up there that you can.
I know, like
throw
I would
dollar
love to
bills
tip them.
into.
It's like you've made my job so much easier when I want to eat this piece of cheese.
Mhm.
Oh man, that was something too. I'm gonna say your store sometimes like it just blows me away because like HP and I we were up there just buying random shit one day and we're over there towards the deli aisle and him and I were just discussing because like they used to have like chunks of goat cheese just out kind of like where the like tapas bar thing is that's up there. And like him and it was like, well, where the hell's the goat cheese? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe they don't have it anymore. Like blah 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 blah. Well, just like some random worker was walking by, and she heard me say what I said, and she's like, well, what is it you're looking for? And
I
I'm
know
like,
exactly who you're talking about.
and I'm like, oh well, I'm like looking for this, and she's like, oh here, and then she takes me over to like, I didn't realize you guys had like a whole other
Oh yeah.
$23 fucking like cube of cheese section over there. It was ridiculous.
Yes.
But we got our goat cheese, which was fantastic.
Goat cheese costs more than marijuana. That's ridiculous.
I know. What the
By
hell
weight.
is
By
That
wrong
is
weight.
with that?
unjust.
What
That
kind
is
of world is this?
Seriously.
You can't smoke it. Such bullshit.
Think of
No.
how good it would be if you could.
No, there's this one cheese there. Like I almost thought about buying it, but like I know I'm gonna hate it. It's $23 for like a 0.4 ounce chunk of cheese. Like,
you're kidding.
dude, it's like a fucking like
It
cunt
is
hair
so
of cheese.
expensive.
It's so small. I mean, like you think like you buy cheese, it's like a half a pound or something.
Uh-huh.
No, this thing it's like a shot glass worth of cheese, and it's $23. Like
Yeah.
like I really want to buy it, but like I know
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be
I
so
have to
disappointed.
try it. I have
Yeah.
to try it at some point.
That's what we get for living next to Microsoft. You know, it's like there's so much money in this area that someone's going to charge fucking that much
Yeah.
for just a slice of
And
cheese.
yet you can buy an entire beef heart, which is literally the best beef you've ever
Oh
eaten,
my god, I know.
for like $5.
So
Yeah,
delicious.
it was. Let's see, it was under $5. I mean,
Yep.
actually, there's tax on it, but it was under $5 for that entire beef heart. That thing was fucking amazing.
Yeah, you're right, Rude. That heart, dude. That heart is. Oh, it was so good.
I was
It
kind of
really
sad.
was.
Like there was probably about that much of it I had to throw away today. 'Cause
And
it
the
was-
seasoning that you had on that, oh my god, it was so delectable.
dude, like you just cook it up like a steak, and it's fucking amazing.
It was awesome.
Oh man, no, I was pleasantly surprised, amazingly surprised by that.
And I will. If I ever see a beef heart again, definitely I'll buy it.
But
Snatch
yeah,
that
no
shit up.
shit. That's like a sad thing.
We
'Cause
gotta
it's
go
like,
up to top, dude. We gotta go to Hagen's.
yeah, we're gonna have to go up there more often if that's a thing. Like I don't know if that's just a rare moment
Yeah.
that was up there.
Because my grocery store is too hoity-toity to fucking peddle organs.
You need to start fucking bucking the trend and like start getting some shit up there and be like, hey, like
Yep.
you know those two assholes that
Oh
always
my
come
god,
up here.
Jeff! If you can send us buffalo hearts, please do.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be.
We will eat the
great.
shit out of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? What's her face? The fucking blonde broad with the fat ass.
Yep.
Like, you need to start.
I'll call her out by name, but I don't think
That's
that
a
to.
bad idea. Don't.
Yeah.
No.
You know who I'm talking about,
Yeah.
though. But
She's our awesome meat cutter who replaced
yeah,
the piece
well,
of shit meat
like-
cutter.
she
that we had.
recognizes us enough to where like she engages us in conversation and shit. So it's like you need to start telling her, like, isn't she kind of like up there in as far as the meat department is concerned?
She's up
I
there.
do, Jeff. Send
Yeah.
us. I'm gonna recant.
Oh my
That's it.
god, lion meat.
Please give us any sort of delicious
Lion
meat hearts you want.
Yeah,
that sounds
But
good.
Absolutely.
you should start telling her she needs to start doing more chicken hearts and beef hearts.
She
that'd
has
be pretty
a
cool.
particular disgust for what she calls offal. Which
Really?
are all the like organs and
She
stuff.
doesn't like offal?
Yeah. It
That
kind of surprises
bitch!
me.
You
I
know
know,
what?
right?
Fuck her. I don't
it's
like
like-
her anymore.
When I first started inquiring about haggis, and I went on a fucking quest to find haggis.
You can't find true
fresh.
haggis in
Good
the
old
United
fully.
States.
Yeah,
Sammy.
it's
Good
not.
awful.
It's not something
Well
you'll
cleaned.
find in the U.S. But my distant relative on my dad's side of the wife he married has haggis up in Canada, and she is like she's all over it. So it's like
Like proper haggis.
I gotta have some. Yeah, proper haggis outside the continental U.S. I'm totally dying for some. If I ever get a chance to go up there, I'm gonna bring some back.
Believe it or not, we actually have vegetarian haggis
In a can.
sitting in there waiting for a show.
Waiting
Can
for
you
it.
even
Waiting
call
for
it that?
again. Who knows? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Like vegetarian haggis?
how is he gonna have the same
Yeah,
flavor at all?
seriously, that is the most wrong thing I've ever heard. You know, it's like how could you possibly turn haggis, which is like the weirdest parts?
Well, like haggis itself, it's all organ meat stuffed inside of a fucking stomach.
Yeah. I can't imagine
It's
like
it's all the
adding
units.
a
that-
lung would make it worse. Like that's the only thing that's missing.
But you're not getting lung. You're getting tofu. You're getting
I mean, just as far as,
vegetable.
like-
well, just like regular
protein.
haggis.
Regular
Like that's
haggis
one of the reasons that
versus
regular haggis
what you can get
isn't
here.
actually. Yeah, you're not supposed to, because like lung apparently is bad.
It's illegal to put lung in meat products here. For some
Is
reason.
lung kind of weird or something?
I have
Or
no
does
idea.
it carry some
that's
bacteria.
part of a traditional haggis in Ireland is you got to have the lung in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
some
I mean,
lung. That
from
sounds delicious.
my experience of butchering animals, like lung, it's I've never eaten it myself,
It's very porous. There's some,
but like
villi.
I mean, it reminds me there was this like Jello that they made like way back in like the 90s. It was like this special Jello that like formed in like 3 layers.
Uh-huh.
And it was like lung reminds me of like the middle layer of that Jello.
What's this Jello? Laro?
Dude, I can't remember what it was.
Are you talking about a parfait?
No, it was made
Everybody
by
loves parfait.
it was made by the
Yeah.
Jello brand, but it was this like Jello, like you had to do some special things to it. It was different than making regular Jello, but like it's separated into 3 layers.
Mm-hmm.
And like the second layer of this Jello reminds me of what lung is, like raw. Like yeah, it's like I've butchered animals, so it's like I've felt and dealt with lung.
So you've had cooked lung.
I've never eaten it myself, but
Okay.
like like I said, I've butchered and cleaned animals, so it's like I know like lung is this weird spongy-ish,
Yeah.
odd. Like it's not quite like liver as far as like just the feel in your hand.
Yeah.
It's weird. It looks like bubble gum, really, to look at the thing. I don't know.
Well, you know what? Animals don't smoke as many Marlboros as I do.
No,
so
like, I can't
I would
imagine it
totally
being
be down
bad
for
to
eating
eat.
that. Yeah, exactly.
so like yeah, I mean
It's like, what are the concerns? Tell me about them now,
Yeah,
so I don't fuck
it's
myself later
just-
by
it's-
eating lung.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. What the fuck? Goddamn, man. What the
Make
fuck?
the most out of your animals, people. There's a lot of bad things going on in the world, but you know what? When you eat every single part of an animal, it's a gorgeous thing. It really is something that you have to embrace because you don't want another animal getting killed in its place. Because you have to make the most of what you can.
Like I think we covered this kind of in the Q&A.
We
but,
did.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel that you should, as a meat-eating individual, you should butcher an animal to appreciate what you're eating.
Yeah.
Like these assholes, like I've heard and read things with these people that like it's like, oh yeah, you shouldn't do this, blah 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 blah. Well, you're still eating hamburger. Well, yeah, but because hamburger comes from the grocery store. It's like, no, you're still killing a cow, you dumb moron.
Yep.
Like these people that are so unattached to the animals and where the stuff is coming. Like they're so dumb for that matter.
Yeah.
That like it's like, oh well, no, hamburger comes from the grocery store. No, hamburger comes from a cow that is in a fucking field that is being raised to a certain size that is being butchered to make that hamburger that you were eating.
You have to appreciate it, folks.
You really do.
Yeah.
I feel you have to butcher an animal to really appreciate the food that you're eating. It sounds barbaric, but after I forget how old I was, but we raised chickens to butcher to eat. We did like 50 of them. The smell that came from that.
Yeah.
After doing 50 of them. And then I got put on gizzard duty, so I got to cut up in a gizzard, and I got to see all the amazing, fantastic stuff that chickens eat.
That's something you actually notice once you butcher an animal, is there's smells in there that you don't like that you can still detect.
Yes.
Yeah.
After it's cooked.
Yep.
After doing those chickens, I could not eat chicken for like 6 months afterwards, because every time that chicken was cooked, I could just smell that like hot dead bird, like just the smell of it after you freshly butchered it.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. Did it deter me from eating chicken? No, I fucking love chicken. Chicken is great.
Isn't it though?
But like, I feel that in order to appreciate the chicken, like that was a learning experience for me.
It should be.
You have to appreciate the food that you're eating.
Yeah. Bologna,
And-
folks. Enjoy it. You know, it's like there's a lot of things that goes into that, you know, that makes it edible for you.
You don't want to know what a hot dog
Yeah.
is, but it's still tasty.
Speaking of which, it's like there's genetically modified plants out there that are they're there to feed people, you know, on a large scale. And it's something that we couldn't have otherwise. And they're actually coming out with more and more improvements that make it so that the human race can move forward on the planet. And there's something out there called golden rice now
Yeah.
that has vitamin A in it, so that a lot of the developing countries can feed their children without having them go blind or anything, because it has as much vitamin A as a carrot. And it's something that's very impressive that the human race has done. And all those people speaking out against genetically modified foods really need to do their homework before they start doing so again, because
there are good things that can be done and are being done.
Exactly.
There's a difference between that though and like Roundup Ready corn, which
Of course.
is like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
just trying to make money by selling you corn that has to work with this pesticide that otherwise like
Well, yeah. It's like, okay, so we've genetically done corn to where we can fucking crop dust a fucking field, kill every other goddamn living thing within this field except for this corn. That's a completely different goddamn thing.
yeah.
it really is. But you know what? You're smart enough to make that discernment for yourself.
No,
You know,
like-
you can decide if that is something that you want to endorse or reject.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like people like Norman Borlaug, who is a Nobel Prize winner. He recently passed away. These people saved billions of people on the planet, you know, and it's like something that you have to, at the most, begrudgingly respect. Sorry, a little bit of tequila.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's like these are people who have given way more positive to the planet than negatives, and it's just something that you really have to take a little bit of time to reconsider and study the sciences behind it. And if you're speaking out against it, you have to sort of reevaluate your position and just sort of take all the information into account before you really make any of your final judgments.
There's always shades of gray. It's never black.
Yeah,
and
well,
white.
I mean, like,
it really is.
like
in the
a-
reality of, you know, the world.
well, like Grip Fang, he says GMO is one of those things that has definite benefits. He says, but fuck Monsanto. Like Monsanto, like it's in
They're
my
sort of a mixed bag.
I was gonna say, like, in my field where I work, Monsanto is like pretty cool because like they make other things other than GMOs.
Can you briefly describe what Monsanto is? Because I don't think I'm familiar with the term.
They're like a conglomerate. They are like one of the biggest like pesticide GMO. Like they just do all this. Their biggest thing that they're most known for is they've come up with like grass crops, corn, turf crops and stuff that are genetically altered to where you can spray pesticides and stuff to kill everything else but not them. And so like they're kind of the evil empire, which I grant you, I kind of agree. They're not necessarily a great company. They're a large corporation. They have a monopoly, even though they're not considered a monopoly. Like they do bad things.
Yeah.
Roundup killed the small farmer, not Monsanto.
Yeah, Roundup, it's chemical. It's mostly glyphosate. There's other inert ingredients and sometimes other like there's a particular brand of Roundup that's sold commercially to like homeowners and stuff. It's glyphosate and Surflan.
You're hearing education here, folks.
Yeah.
I am getting educated.
Yeah,
This is awesome.
And which it really all it is stealing your money by buying this product, because glyphosate, it's a product you spray it on your plant. The plant takes it up systemically, or actually, never mind, I'm wrong on that. It's not systemically. It's a contact spray. So wherever the glyphosate is on the plant, it will kill it. The Surflan is a systemic, soaks into the plant, the roots take it up and all that shit. The Surflan will kill that product quicker than the glyphosate. So by you doing that, and since never mind, I'm confusing this. One does the other, but basically the one kills the plant before the other one is actually even possible for it to have a reaction. So it's like you might see a quick kill because of that's what it is. It's a quick kill because of the Surflan. It just kills the plant, so you see it die, which is cool. But since it's the glyphosate, and that the plant needs to absorb it and then take it into its things, then the glyphosate isn't actually even working. So like you're paying, $5-6 extra for this Roundup Pro that shows that like visually you're seeing this thing happen quickly, but it's actually not working as efficiently as what it would. The efficacy is actually killed by the fact that it's got this other product in it. So you're better off just getting regular glyphosate and waiting 4 or 5 more days longer and just letting it kill the plant. And there you go. I just geeked out.
I bet you fucking 98% of everybody who heard that didn't understand what was going on. But you know what? They do now. That's awesome. I mean, I am in a world that is completely outside of that, if you were to draw a Venn diagram. But you know what? I got a little education there, and that's awesome. It's like I know what to buy now. And
yeah, and to answer Anon 77 or 777, glyphosate is just the main active ingredient within Roundup. There's a bunch of other shit, but like that's the ingredient that works in Roundup that everybody else is talking about. Yeah.
Jeff Fu said, "You had me at Monsanto."
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And yes, Monsanto is the parent company that owns Roundup.
Yeah,
But
Monsanto also owns like everything.
Saying Monsanto is the evil organization, it's like, sure, Disney does one thing that's terrible, but they also own Pixar, so.
Yes, and Star Wars now, apparently.
Star Wars and Marvel, for that matter, who has made amazing fucking movies.
Yeah.
I really dug The Last Avengers. My friend sat me down and made me watch Thor and Iron Man and the new Hulk. And, they were awesome. A little bit displeased that What's-His-Face didn't come back as the new Hulk.
Oh yeah,
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Yeah.
Although
dude.
the new dude is
The new dude is
looking.
good.
He looks
Yeah,
better
he's
as a whole.
fucking. He works well, and the Avengers movie was awesome. So I'm really
Haven't
glad
seen
that
it.
happened. You really haven't?
Have not seen Avengers.
Have you seen everything leading up to it?
Haven't seen Thor.
Oh, you got to see Thor.
Saw the first Iron Man. Really enjoyed it. Saw the Ed Norton Hulk. Really enjoyed it. And I think that's pretty much where I end my Marvel. At least as far as like that particular series. Like
I think the
I've seen
Hulk-
the other shitty ones.
Or excuse me, I think Thor got a little bit of underrated reviews.
I like Thor.
I
think
heard
Thor-
that one wasn't too good.
Thor is the second better one. Like I would or Iron Man. As far as Avengers movies we're talking about, Iron Man is the best.
Iron
It
Man
kicked it
1
off,
is awesome.
It started it all. It was great. Great movie. Robert Downey Jr. is the perfect Tony Stark.
He really is.
The only person that could play that role. Thor, I think, second best. It was Shakespearean. It was the first movie that made me actually go, you know what this movie actually needs is more backstory.
Yeah.
It needs to spend more time doing the idling back when they're small children.
Exactly.
Like, I've never thought that about another movie. I was like, come on, pick up the pace, let's move on.
Yeah.
No, not in Thor. Like, I was like, oh, no, I want to
Really?
go back here and learn more about their younger lives.
Thor gives you barely any exposition.
Yeah,
and it's like a big story that it dumps on you all at once, and it's like,
you want
I
it
want to
all.
know more.
I want to know more about that early shit. But it's still like it was still pretty good.
It was effective. It was
Natalie
effective in
Portman.
its yeah,
She's
seriously.
pretty hot is really
Oh my god.
Who? What? Now what? Sorry.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie
Oh,
Portman,
it
please
also
take off
had,
your clothes.
Kat, what's her name? Two Broke Girls chick. The one with the hoo-has.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The broke one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got some giant jugs.
So that was
God, I love
good.
that girl.
Captain America was sort of the opposite for me. Like
There was
too
a lot of
much lead up,
a lot
and
of
then
story.
when he finally becomes awesome, and Captain America, the whole movie turns into a montage.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's finally awesome. Now everything he does is just him in punch poses for an entire
Exactly.
montage until the
Yep.
end of the movie.
It's like they tried to actually turn
It's
it
the
into
final
like
act.
comic book.
They're trying to
frames.
skip over the middle so they can turn the middle into movies. Is the whole thing? It's like, oh,
It's like, go get Red Skull and his cube. It's like, all right.
Those assholes.
oh, that's right, Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings.
She
Yes.
is
Yes. I would love
She's
to
foxy.
motorboat that broad.
Foxy.
Just.
There was some motorboating going on here, people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Thor, good. Captain America, less so, I think, in my own opinion.
Yeah.
Plus, I have this whole other hang up about Captain America and his whole jingoistic.
I just never really
sort of,
liked
ridiculous,
Captain America.
ridiculous things that he's about. But the movie handles that really well. They do it really well.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 kind of sucked.
Did
I
it?
still haven't seen it.
They didn't really. It's another case of like more of the same and not really advancing.
Scarlett Johansson, though, right?
Scarlett Johansson was in. Was she in Iron Man 2?
I'm pretty sure she was in the second one.
She might have been, but yeah, she. Ooh.
Yeah.
Black Widow. Yeah.
Dude, Black Widow was the best part of that movie to me. Like when she was in the interrogation scene and she fucking just ruined everybody's shit.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if she was
Spoilers.
even a great
Yeah.
actress. Just Scarlett Johansson in a fucking like bodysuit. Like
Uh-huh.
that's enough for me, man.
It's an amazing thing that happens in that movie.
Something to be beheld.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So yeah, I mean, it's just such a crazy thing. Even like considering like here we put out one movie as a tester, Iron Man. It was incredible. Hey, we have this massive plan to combine completely disparate movie licenses and put them together in one final movie and create this huge thing like 4 years after the beginning of this even being thought of.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's mind-blowing that they made it happen at all.
It really is.
And not only did they make it happen, it turned out into an amazing movie.
Huge
Yeah,
success.
I've never heard anything bad about the Avengers.
No. It really
It's
is
fucking
awesome.
mind-blowing. That
Yep.
never happened. It probably will never happen again. I'm telling you right now, the Avengers 2 is going to be terrible. Even
It
if
probably
Joss
will
Whedon-
be. I mean, it's a goddamn sequel.
There's no way. Just because there is no God. So how
You
can
can't.
it be good?
You can't follow it up. You can't follow
There's
it
no
up.
way.
The same way the first Matrix was like, oh my god, it's like it brought your expectations up from like ground level, where you're like, oh, I see Trinity hopping from one building to another. That's probably the coolest part of that movie. And then you watch it and you're like fucking blown away, like every 5 seconds. And then you're like, oh, the second movie's got to be great. And then it's ho hum. And then you're like, oh shit. You know, it's
Yeah.
like that sucked compared to the first one because it was awesome. The first one was so great. It's like, how could your expectations possibly be risen from that?
Yeah, the second round of Avengers movies has no right to be good. So if it is, that just like there are too many executives in Hollywood to make
Exactly.
those movies good.
Exactly. You got
Somebody
too many
has
people.
to enter in at some point with a really
And
stupid
fuck
idea.
something up. Yeah.
Too
and
many
fuck
people
everything
with
up.
their big fingerprints of like peanut butter fingerprints all over
Yes,
that shit.
yes.
You know, it's like, I gotta do this in this movie because I'm giving you this much money. It's like, oh, thanks. Thanks for fucking everything up, Hollywood exec.
Oh, that would be awesome if Thanos was in fucking
Yeah,
Avengers.
when
Yeah.
they set up
Well,
Thanos, and that's fucking.
yeah.
See, that's even mind blowing in itself. Thanos
Yeah.
is a. He's a titan from some other world.
If
Silver
you watch
Surfer.
to the end of the credits from the first one, you see Thanos is fucking
Actually,
set up.
no, never mind.
for
I'm
the
thinking
sequel.
Galactus, not Thanos.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Well, I mean, Thanos was in the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thanos is.
But,
fucking- that's like
Thanos has a glove filled with different colored jewels that gives him power over the universe.
the Infinity
Like,
Gems,
how
right?
ridiculous! Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet. How
Uh-huh.
ridiculous is that idea? But they might still pull it off
There's a whole game based off of it, and it was fucking awesome.
if they
What was
can
it?
pull
Is
it
that
off.
was that Marvel vs. Capcom that had those
Yeah,
gems in it?
or something
That
like
game was so epic. It was so good.
Dude, if they can pull it off, I'll be super surprised.
Yep.
But I mean, Disney has not given me a lot of reasons to doubt them
Mm-hmm.
as far as story goes
They've-
recently. And I
they've-
don't know what happened.
They've
I think-
done really
I
well.
think it started when Pixar basically combined with them because Pixar does not tell bad stories.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just
Yep.
doesn't happen.
Well,
I
not
gotta
like
admit, that's true.
When I first heard that Disney was taking over the Marvel franchise, I was really sad. But they haven't disappointed me though. They've done well at separating.
See you later, Jeff. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, Jeff, awesome! Thanks for coming
Later,
in.
Mr. Foe.
Have a great night.
But they've done a very good job of separating the Disney from their other
Yeah,
things that they own.
definitely.
It's like, yes, even though Disney owns Marvel, we're not afraid to let a shit fly, or like we're gonna get gritty. We're gonna do what we're doing. It's not fucking Toy Story all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
It's great. I applaud Disney for doing what they're doing. Because they could have fucked it up. They really could have. It's like, well, it's Disney. We're going to be, fucking Little Mermaid on Marvel characters.
But Disney was never Little Mermaid. Disney was always fucking making money. And
Yeah.
they're
Well,
great at that.
I think that's where, yeah, exactly. That's why they haven't fucked it up. Because it's like, yeah, we're Disney, but we're more about money than
Exactly. Exactly.
True. And get a little bit of insight. Like I've even heard like they keep the different departments so disparate, which is both their curse and their like superpower. In the way that like a lot of people like when they see that stuff like, oh, Star Wars is a Disney property now. Oh, guess what? We're going to see fucking Star Wars and Toy Story all together now. Like that shit doesn't happen.
No.
Because each department that handles everything else is completely different.
Yeah.
And
Just because the major corporation is Disney doesn't mean that
yeah,
the
exactly.
subdivisions
it's
are
all like split up into different things, and like just to give you a little insider information, like there have actually been departments of Disney that have threatened to sue other departments of Disney for using characters.
infringing on their.
Yeah.
Yes, like they are such a huge organization that kind of shit can happen.
Yeah.
So like
That's
you don't
just
have
ridiculous.
to worry about like sort of like the retarded mixing of things, except for
All of a sudden, Mickey Mouse is going to show up in Iron Man.
Very specific instances
seriously.
where everybody comes together, but usually, it's not going to be willy-nilly. They'll think it through. They'll do right by money.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of profit, they are going to make sure that nobody screws with continuity.
Yeah.
And I believe that. I believe it because there's money involved.
Yes. The people get crazy around money, so they might try stupid things, but I think Disney's been around long enough that they kind of understand.
They know how the cog works,
They
or
know
the
where
machine.
money comes from, so
Exactly.
I don't think they're here to fuck anything up.
Nope.
Sounds good. And with that,
We've been
going
here
to
for 3 hours.
I know, we're gonna
I
get.
have to pee real bad.
That's
Me
me.
too.
I've had to pee for the last half an hour, and we've just been on such a riff. I'm I can't interrupt this, so we got to keep going. It's please stop talking about Disney. Please stop doing it.
I'm dancing right now.
Yeah, I know.
My back teeth are floating.
Do you
Yeah.
want to just say? Do you want to just shut
I-
this down and do the after party?
I was gonna say I think this is gonna be the end of the legitimate show, so be prepared for us to just get drunk and talk about really random nonsense that has
Yay.
nothing to do with anything. We're going to go into the Cult Moo after party. You might get to hear us eat some tacos and some awesome crab pasta stuff. We're not sure when we'll come back exactly, but hopefully we will come back and we won't forget you guys.
I'm going into the Cult Moo bathroom.
Yeah, we really, really, really need to take a piss, and
I gotta piss so bad.
we will
Yeah.
be back.
All right, let's play something.
Yeah, so start playing some music, guy.
Awesome.
Woo!